host and DM Adam. Let's jump into the game. We got a lot of ground to cover. We won't cover a tenth of it, I'm sure. If trends.
We're playing for at least 7.5 hours.
Yes. Just unlike anybody else. That's what our goal is. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Last week on Wizard Tank Games, the team returned to the city of Bros and were ambushed by an ancient white dragon called Alahazar the Creeping Chill. It was awesome. You should go back and check that out. Ultimately, Justin, as Terran, decided to crash their one-of-a-kind flying ship into the dragon, but for good reason. It had just eaten completely Carmack and was on its way to escape, which would have ultimately, been your demise, Carmack. Sorry, you for sure would have died if it would have escaped. But you crashed the unique ship into the White Dragon, brought it down basically on top of the manor, at which point the magical mechanisms that caused it to fly exploded. Killed the dragon outright, nearly killed Terran outright. Carmack was dead. Countless other victims in the explosion and the aftermath of the battle, as roughly half of the manor was exploded and frozen and decimated and crushed. It was fantastic. Unique phenomenon occurred as Carmack revived, seemingly stealing some of the essence of Alahazar the Creeping Chill, coming out ahead, even stronger and seemingly stronger than he entered the battle. They were joined by Ignamal, who happened to be in the area and was able to assist Nock with the revivification. I don't know, that's a revivification. There we go. Got it. Yeah. Of several people. The Duchess Ana Muldoon was rushed out, seemingly lifeless, before Terran took the last remaining vial of the River Oceanus, the River of Life in the realm of Elysium, and gave that vial as a potion to Ana, at which point she regained life. She did not regain consciousness, but she did start breathing again. And she was taken to the Evergrove, the giant tree temple to Melora that resides in the city of Brost, to recover. And the skeleton crew remained on scene, aiding people where they could until the setting of the sun. And that is where we will pick up. What would you like to do, skeleton crew?
I also want to lead us off, or you jump in?
Nock would like to rest.
Is there there's a magic shop here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go there.
And as you arrive, you find that it is closed for the night. And basically everything is either locked down specifically for the attack or has been closed anyway.
I'm going to go back to our old crib then. See if anyone's staying there.
Yeah, and a similar occurrence as you walk inside, I assume without knocking.
Yeah, that's what I do.
The new residents all stand up in battle poses before one of them places a hand on the chest, realizing that it's you again, pours another bowl of stew and slides it to an open chair.
I walk in, say thank you, and start chowing.
And you begin to eat in basic silence with the rest of the team. And anybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna go find Thicket.
Okay.
Or the Duchess. I'm guessing they're probably together. I'm sure the Thicket went with her.
Yes, you saw Thicket was going alongside her.
Yeah, I'm going to find the Duchess as well.
Okay.
As we're walking, I'll talk with Alton. Dude, I am sorry. I did not mean for this ship to blow up. I wasn't expecting an explosion.
Yeah, well, I wasn't doing too well anyway, so I suppose you saved my life.
Yeah. I feel bad damage it caused
Yeah, me too.
as we look around and still see like people running around on fire.
No, the people on fire is kind of
Well,
down a bit.
what even provoked that? I don't think I even understand what that was.
The dragon?
Yeah, what? I don't understand why. Why did she attack us? That's something with Carmack, right?
Yeah, I think it has to do. We know enough about Sephora now, right? You've told us that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think you told.
I definitely
'Cause
told
we had the
you.
conversation about being champions. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So like,
Okay.
yeah, you know that I'm her champion and that dragons are going to be coming after me effectively. So
Yeah. I think it has to do with Sephora. I'm not sure on all the details, but do you remember when we were in the Underdark and we were fighting that red dragon?
Yeah.
Remember how Carmack started flashing into a different color?
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that, but now you mention it, yeah.
And that dragon got terrified?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think there's some kind of like, I don't know much about like cults and stuff like that, but
yeah.
whatever it is that he's made a pact with
It's a bit effed up.
it's extra.
Yeah. Seems that way.
And so
So
I think we can expect a few more dragons. The reason I crashed the ship is one, I didn't want it to get away, but two, there was another dragon starting to circle, and I knew that if we didn't take one out, we definitely couldn't fight two.
So does that mean we're going to be fighting another one before too long?
I don't know.
What did it do when you saw it?
It did. I don't know that it. It was observing. Green dragons are. It was a green dragon. They're intelligent. They're patient. I know this, right?
Make it nature.
I'm gonna assume I know this. All right. Which is actually awesome for me. That's a 20.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a common assumption.
I think it was just seeing what it was eventually going to be putting itself up against.
So how do we
gosh.
prepare? I mean, we don't have two flying ships we can crash.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with something.
No lie. So let's hope the Duchess is all right. I know you had to do it, but I can understand that's the fault of being hurt.
Yeah, like I said, I meant to take the ship, run it aground.
Oh no.
The magic was a little unstable. I wasn't expecting the explosion.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I mean, it was pretty cool though, right?
Yeah, and then I almost died kind of way. Yeah, super cool.
Okay. and
Here's a
you guys-
question.
You guys are basically at the tree at this point, but go ahead.
Do you think since I kind of saved Carmack and he's got cool superpowers now, he'll let me use the wish for a new ship?
I mean, I don't know. It's worth asking, I suppose. It'd be nice to have another one just in case we need to kill another dragon soon. And it is kind of his fault that the dragons is trying to kill us. So yeah, I'd go for it. Might as well ask.
Or maybe, what if we took the crystals from the ship and made our own kind of machine? What do you
Is that
know?
possible?
I mean, if a giant one fueled the ship, it's got to be into a bunch of little pieces now. Maybe we can make like flying shoes.
Flying shoes. Yeah, that sounds intelligent.
Maybe not.
But you do recall seeing all of the shards of that crystal explode like secondarily.
Lovely.
Like yeah, they were like phosphorus as it would shard away, it would explode more.
Nice. Okay. No.
Nobody really checked to see if you could find any remnants of it, but you did see that it was causing. I think the closest was probably, was it Knock, that was looking to see, like to check on those explosions, and basically anytime it would explode, the sparks that would hit would cause like holes in matter.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to see, is there any remains of the dragon? Bone, scale, or anything like that?
Good point. As you do notice this, the dragon began to decay at an incredibly rapid rate. Initially, it looked like emaciated and like sunken in, but over the course of about 2 hours, there was basically just dust left.
Okay, in that time frame, can I roll to see if I find anything?
Like of value or like materials of the dragon.
Yeah, like material of the dragon. So like scale, bone, teeth,
Yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah, go ahead and
like a luck check or something.
so you can easily recover any of those things. The
Okay.
issue would be, how are you able to preserve it? Because
yeah, I've got an idea for that.
Okay,
And
yeah.
it may or may not work, but I guess what do I find?
How much time did you devote to it? Because I assume you guys were kind of in the cleanup recovery effort.
Yeah,
For the
I
town.
would say I probably don't follow any of the healers, not because I don't care, but because it's not my strong suit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna be in the way. So I'm a soldier, not a medic. Probably a good amount.
Okay.
Probably a good
hour or
amount.
so.
Yeah.
I could say that you could recover. Because she was an ancient dragon, you could recover. Oh, let's see here. 12. 10 individual large size scales.
Okay.
6 large intact teeth. And 2 large claws.
Okay. So here's what I want to try. This may just totally not work, and that's fine. But I want to get all those things as best I can. Can I imagine Ignum's with me or like near me? Like,
He having some healing ability is
Okay.
pretty devoted to that, but
That's fine.
he's near.
Is he near though? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let him know because everyone's just kind of scattered.
Mhm.
That Ignum, I've got something to attend to, but I will be back shortly.
Okay,
To just let the others know. If they ask.
understood.
Then I'm going to bamf with all those things to Silverfang
Okay, using the scepter.
using the scepter, and I want to, as quick as I'm able, speak with my master snake.
Okay, all right.
So I want to ask Dwarric, these are dragon, but they're deteriorating on incredibly rapid.
What is wrong with them?
I don't know. Can you pause this? Is there a way to sequester this somehow, or
Go get the. Go and get the cleric. She could help.
okay? Yeah.
So
So we do that.
We'll say that he's like said that to somebody else who like runs off immediately. She comes back, and again, I would say at this point you've probably lost
gotta check on
2
my kid.
teeth and
Yeah.
2 scales
Right.
in that time. So you're down to 8 scales,
Sure.
and 4 teeth. But she, through some magic and the assist, says that we'll say that they're able to salvage the rest.
Okay.
So 8 scales, 4 teeth, 2 claws.
8, 4, 2. Got it. Then I want to ask: is there anything we can make from these that would better help us fight dragons?
Fighting dragons specifically, I do not know, but
Okay. Or use it as
possibly resistance.
Okay.
We could. I will work now that we have them.
I'm
solved
specifically
to
looking
see.
for. I don't know if you remember Alton, punk kid.
Oh,
blue
yes,
hair.
right.
Yeah.
As soon as you say punk kid, he's like, that's right. Yes.
Yeah. He fights with his fists.
Hmm.
And I'd like to perhaps arm him with something a little more conducive to use his mind to, I don't know, enhance his punches, I suppose. I don't know. Not exactly sure how it works. I know he uses his mind to enhance his physical ability.
Understood. We
But I'm
will.
trying to. I don't think these dragon attacks are going to stop. We've been attacked by dragons a number of times, and it seems like that's going to be something we need to deal with. So,
All right. I will see what I can do.
excellent. Thank you. So that's like, I guess, what I'm doing in this time.
Okay. Knock and Carmack. What would you like to be doing? Knock. I assume that you spend most of the time.
I'd like to Foos Roda, the leftover skeleton, so it goes flying over Whiterun because it's funny.
All right, baby. That's right.
I'm gonna spend most of the time healing, but as soon as my character is exhausted, he's gonna go find a place to rest. He just needs. He's pretty battle worn. He didn't get hit as hard as everybody else, but
Yeah.
he's pretty tired. So.
Carmack.
So I imagine that even though I'm like in really bad shape, health wise, I feel like I am just like experiencing the newfound strength that has come from absorbing this dragon's essence. And so like I'm kind of like looking at my hands and kind of like flexing and kind of like checking to make sure like my arms work still. And I think even probably like I have this realization that I can maybe form wings now and go ahead and even flex that and just kind of burn that for the day. But
Okay, and as
so yeah,
like ice crystallizing out of your back that forms roughly the shape of the wings. Before you flex a bit, the ice shatters and you have pristine white wings with a faint silverish hue over the surface of them.
all right. And then yeah, I just take them for a little spin, fly around a little bit.
Off you go, cruising over the city of Bros. And you can see now, you get kind of that bird's eye view that the destruction was pretty intense, but localized to where you were specifically.
Got it. Double checking. Do I have anything for? So yeah, just kind of survey the damage, circle back, meet back up with the rest of the skeleton crew, and then I'm ready for a rest of some variety.
Sure.
And Nock specifically wants to find a place to rest where they specifically have alcohol.
Okay. Yes, you make your way to one of the pubs.
Oh yeah.
After Vrog's rest, I want to get up early in the morning before everybody else, and I want to go look for the lady in the tree.
Okay. If you remember correctly, that's several days away. It was several days march to the north. Is that still something you want to do?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Are you letting any of us know that you're leaving?
I'll probably tell Knock.
Well, Nock's gonna offer to go with you then, if you need, because we shouldn't separate in this time of dragon attack frenzy. So.
Well, there's a reason why I'm doing it.
Don't go with him, Knock. He traded the last person that went with him.
No.
So, there's still always room for backup.
So
Yeah.
you guys make your way into the temple, and it is bustling, obviously, with movement. They have some triage that's kind of set up. You can see that there's maybe 30 to 40 people that have been injured in various states. But you do see near the sun, like that seed that was given by Ignamal, you can see that you can see Thicket and a few guards, none of which are red tied. You can see the guards up by Animal Doom.
How much damage was left behind by this explosion?
So it decimated some of the exterior wall of the city as well as maybe half of the manor.
What about like the city in general? Did it damage any like living of like normal people or just the manor?
Just the manor. It extended beyond the gate somewhat. That's why you had some of the public that was injured as well, but not more than maybe 30 or 40 feet beyond the gates.
Okay, so this didn't like leave a crater that decimated like a quarter of the city.
No, it was if you've got the map of Frost, it is almost all of it was exclusive to that area of the manor. We have
Okay.
Right here, or no, I guess this is the bigger map.
Oh gosh, I can't. I am going to. Okay, so Alton, do you see Thicket?
I don't know. Do I see Thicket?
Yeah. We'll pull this up. So if you can see this area here, this is the manor, and it's this portion of it is what was decimated.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, I'm not sure if it helps, but when I go to set off to find the Lady of the Tree, I'm gonna see if my familiar. I'm gonna ask my familiar if he knows a quicker way to find her, like if he knows a better path or. Because she is in the Feywild, right?
Maybe. That's explosion. No explosion.
Knock has no idea what you're talking about when you say Lady of the Tree. He assumes you're just
True.
talking about the tree here in town. But he is going to go with you, thinking you're going that way.
Okay.
He's very confused when you go through the city gates.
Yep.
I didn't realize how small that was on that map. Is that any better? Can you guys see that at all? Here's the area. This is the manor here, and this is the area that was destroyed.
Okay. If we're talking in gold here, how much damage is it in gold?
I mean, probably several tens of thousands. The manor will most likely have to be leveled and then rebuilt.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe the ballpark of 100,000 totaled in.
Yeah.
To pay for it.
And I can pay for it.
Okay, and as you guys are approaching Animal Dune, you see Thicket recognizes you and makes her way towards you.
Hello.
How's your affair?
What'd you say?
Sorry, I missed that. I didn't hear what you said.
How'd you all fare? Were you injured at all?
Oh, I'll be fine. How's the lady?
Well, she's they think that she's gonna pull through thanks to that potion that you gave her. Much appreciated.
It's good.
So, what's happened?
I'll let him take that. I mean, it was a dragon.
Was it really a dragon?
Two dragons.
Yeah.
Two dragons. God help us. Are they both dead?
No, one is completely untouched.
All right. Perhaps we should step aside for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she kind of she walks over to like this side chamber that's much quieter. There's a few seats. She begins like looking through cabinets. She doesn't see anything appealing, so she pulls out a flask of her own. All right. Well, you've been gone for a while. Any news?
Um.
What's life like on the road?
Well, it's been a bit violent. Um.
We didn't see daylight for a month.
Yeah. We was under the what's it called, the Underdark. Yeah, that was a unique experience. I had hoped to be back to see the lady before today, but once we found ourselves in the Underdark, it was kind of hard to get back out.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
How have things been around here?
Interesting in their own right. Maybe not as violent, generally speaking. I'm sure that you've noticed the red tide populace is thinned a bit.
I have noticed that. What's with it?
Well, a kind baron, believe, grew wise to the fact that our Duchess was not completely interested in him.
Indeed.
And as such, by chance, he became rather busy back at home and had to take most of his troops back with him.
Yeah, what he left sucked. Their response time was like pretty abysmal.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
I think you could say they were not the cream of the crop. More of
so as much as I'm not sad to see him go, that does leave you in a bit of a state as far as protection's concerned.
Indeed, luckily enough, we did have some time to prepare some of our own men. We do have some more legitimate fighters in the city, as well as another band of adventurers that's taken up your post.
Indeed. Who are they?
Well, they're, I believe you call them your replacements. Hugo has dispatched another contingent.
Yeah,
Four,
the ones we start.
yeah,
We did.
4 or 5. I'm not really sure. One of them's rather sneaky, but I believe 5 legitimate.
Oh yeah, this is that group Eric hired, Alton.
We started up
Oh,
like
They're called the buttholes.
yeah. I remember the
no,
names.
they're called the replacements.
I don't think.
Yeah, we call them skids.
All right, it's fine. I don't care. She takes a draw off a flask. All right, so
Goes in the pig penis.
So have the skids been leaving their mark, so to speak?
there's a bit here and there. They do good work. Usually outside of the city, they travel to some other towns in the nearby area. I don't think they quite have your panache.
Oh, I'm certain of that. Well, as long as she's okay, that's what matters.
I think so. I think she'll pull through. I'll let her know that you stopped by. I assume
Please
that
do.
you more work to do.
Well, it depends on when I'm needed most. Is the situation under control here?
Seems to be.
It seems like there's something on your mind. What are you thinking?
There's always several things on my mind, and I won't tell you half of them.
It seems like there's something you're not saying.
Absolutely. I wouldn't be much of a spy master if I told you everything I knew.
Fair enough. Play your games.
It's all I've got, child. It's all I've got. I'm trying to think. There was something. Pardon me for my confusion. But, there was a rather handsome young man. Rather handsome. Stopped by a few weeks ago. Was asking some questions about you all, King Eric in particular. Said his name was Nazir. He actually oddly enough.
That's the guy you hate.
He stopped by, took his pick of the red tides, and left. It was shortly after that that the Baron himself left. And I assume that those are connected. Later, we found out that this Nazir is something of a leader for the Red Tide, although mostly in title and reputation and possibly bankroll. At this point, I don't know that he does much of the strategic offerings. Asked about Eric and then wanted to speak to the wizard. He didn't
Okay.
mention that.
Does Eric
And
know about
Barat,
this yet?
Hey, Andra.
oh shoot, dude, that's where he's gone for a couple weeks. He's off with Nazir doing double duty. Yo, we gotta kill Nazir.
Or Andorot. I mean,
No. Easy off the killing.
Hey,
Be cool, be
Alton.
cool, dude. Be cool.
Yeah.
I think we should just the two of us go kill Nazir, not tell anybody, and then surprise
No,
Eric for his
your
wedding.
brother do it.
Wait,
Danny.
doesn't Eric not know who Nazir is anymore? Like he
No,
forgot.
I know exactly who Nazir is.
Did it?
I don't remember why
Yeah.
I hate him.
Exactly.
Oh.
He knows who Nazir is, but he can't remember why he hates it. He still has that nagging feeling of like, I don't like this guy, but it's
So-
definitely simmered.
Yeah.
It was
Danny.
still going like hatred. I can't wait for this guy to die. Of
But
unmet-
me and Alton know why, because he told us about it at the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah.
I don't remember. What was it?
It was like one of his buddies that he fought with. He was just a big old asshole the whole time.
But more so, did you tell him the whole story?
Yeah, I told him the whole story.
So the
Yeah,
backstory
he told us.
was that there was a big fight, and in the middle of the fight, their
He dipped or
mentor
something.
died, was killed, and they both blamed the other party for it. So Nazir went off to start a mercenary band, the Red Tide, and Eric went off to fail at being a farmer.
Okay.
Danny, quick question.
Yeah, go for it.
Didn't Absalom promise to help me kill Andorot?
He said that he wrote down his name. So
Oh, okay.
Well,
as in his name for people he has marked that they're not good people, that they have. But he was building a case against him, I guess, essentially.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember, but I thought he
So-
said something along the line of that.
If we know anything about Absalom, that case ain't getting solved.
Yeah.
Roasted.
He's-
Post-mortem.
He solved a lot of cases.
Totally fine.
Roasted post-mortem.
He solved a lot of cases. Okay.
Not with us.
So speaking of Danny, as you go to find a place of rest, you make your way to one of the taverns, which I don't know if that's not the one. My copy of the map I don't have, but you make. We'll say that you make your way to one of the taverns there. I can't remember the name. And you make okay. So with your passive perception, you feel like for a moment that you get that odd feeling that you're being followed.
Okay. Am I in the tavern yet, or am I
This
getting
is-
going there?
You're like approaching it.
I'm gonna actively look around then.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, mine's actually pretty solid. What is up with the dice on this thing? What? It's ugly.
Oh, is it the icy one?
Yeah.
I switched it to that for the Draken fight. And it
Oh.
took like 3 years to load.
It's
It was like, because I rolled something like 20 d8 or something when you
yeah.
blew up the ship.
I got 24.
A 24. You kind of trying to be as nonchalant as possible. kind of stroll around, and the only person you recognize immediately is Igna Mall, who's maybe about 40 to 50 feet behind you.
Is he
And
eyeing me?
yeah, because I rolled crap on his stuff. Yeah, so he's like,
I don't know Ignum.
right.
I'm gonna kind of
When he
like
notices that you've noticed him, he peels away.
runs.
No,
Oh,
he just
Kind of walks away.
just like takes the first turn and heads a different one.
um, what do I do? Do I know anything about him at all?
I don't think so. I don't know that anybody else.
I don't think anybody's ever said anything to me about him. So, okay. I just kind of mark where he's going, and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna just go start to head towards the end.
Is there a way to jump pages in D&D Beyond?
Jump.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like to quickly go between like the first page to over to spells or anything.
Actually, I'm actually gonna follow him.
I think there's a way where you could like show it all in one thing.
Mm.
Like it's one big thing instead of like multiple pages.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of follow him, but like kind of when I get a little closer, I'm gonna call out to him.
Okay.
Hey.
And we'll say that as you get closer, it looks like he's talking to somebody. Like you can see that like you can't hear him from the distance you are, but you can see that like his mouth is moving and he's even gesturing a little bit, but you don't hear anything that he says. And more importantly, you don't see anybody around.
I'm a freak. Okay, I'm gonna be like, hey there, tall lad.
Hi. Dwarf, how are you?
I'm good. I saw that you were helping the people here. How about I buy you a drink?
I do not partake. Perhaps water. I can join you at least. I can do that.
Sure. What's your name?
I'm Igna Mall.
I'm Gulmir Dorthanak. You can call me Knock. It's much easier for everyone to say, even myself.
I appreciate that. You can call me Ignum. How did you come to know the skeleton crew?
Well, I came to King Eric's kingdom for redemption, and he offered me a place in his group. Turned out it was just to get me out of his kingdom, but yeah.
Redemption. Are you a criminal?
I've been exiled from my own kingdom. I'm not. Let's just say I'm taking on the crimes of another. That's pretty much it.
Cultist.
No, I'm a dwarf. We don't do cults. Why? Why do you ask?
No reason. Eric.
Yes, sir.
As you are conducting your business, you finish up with the armor.
I also want to speak to the other mage I have.
Okay.
The abjuration chick.
Yeah, and as you're making your way, well, she was with you. She was the one that they brought down.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously Andron is gone. So
I want her to.
Bardrin.
Yeah, Bardrin. I also want to do something else for me also.
What is it? But as you begin to speak, you hear Andorot's voice. I'm sorry, Igna Mall's voice in your head. Eric, you keep strange company. We should talk about the dwarf. I have concerns.
Interesting.
Oh, No one likes knock.
Oh, I'm
Rob's
sorry.
like Snog.
Not at first. He's
I-
bad with first impressions.
Yeah, very.
I would like you to cast a spell into my brain.
All right, what spell?
It's an abjuration spell, which I know is your specialty.
Indeed, it is. You've come to the right place, Your Majesty.
Death Ward.
Understood. She kind of drops her demeanor a bit. with
It's
that.
only level 4, so
Yeah.
it's not like crazy wild. But
Yep. And so she does so.
Okay.
Do you think you might be needing it?
Maybe.
All right. Well, I suppose you should probably take these as well. And she gives you 2 minor healing potions.
Minor? She gives the king 2 minor? Dang, fire her. She sucks.
Add on her person.
No, she's-
You can go to the cleric.
Dude, the fact that she gave you Death Ward like makes her not suck. Like what?
Oh, in case things get bad, here's a band-aid.
I at least need 2
I
elderly
mean, dude, you
potions.
never know,
Uh,
dude. Like that could totally save our lives. I want so badly on minor healing potion to save his life now.
I didn't die by 1 point. You're right.
Like I'm gonna be like, dude, I died by 2 points, man. This sucks. I'm like, oh, dude, I could have. Oh, never mind. Pour one out for the homie. Never mind.
So, Adam,
Yes.
are you done with the 2 of them?
Yeah. Ignum goes to make an insight check real quick. Knock.
Okay.
I don't know if she can. Can she operate the teleportation circle that's there to the one in Bros?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I imagine she could probably operate the circle, but she can't like pinpoint like, oh, I'm gonna send you to the Underdark from nowhere.
Yeah. It's
That's an
that's his
Andros.
specialty.
That's his specialty.
Like she can like cast a shield on everybody in this room.
Right.
But, yeah.
All right. So I'll have her send you back to Bros.
Okay.
If that's all that's the
10 on my insight. 10 sight.
Okay.
And then I will
Knock
go talk
doesn't
to
really
him.
know this, but he is subtly asking you pretty probing questions. He's pretty casually in conversation. He asks you about where you came from and what you do for a living, how you lost your hand, and different things like that.
I
Oh, shoot,
answer.
none of us
all
have
of
even
it-
asked that.
All of it truthfully. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go as soon as I get there. I'm gonna go talk to Igor.
Okay. Yeah. So they are at the
Does he
main
say
front.
that like, hey, let's
Yeah.
talk? Like,
Come find me. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be.
then I'm
here.
gonna go right there.
And so like as you guys are talking,
And I don't go straight to their table, but I'm kind of like, I feel like you probably see me coming in,
Mhm.
but I'll just sort of.
Well, Master Dwarf, it was nice to meet you and to speak with you. I must be going.
But about the cult thing, why would you think I'm in a cult? I mean, I'm a cleric of Muradin, and I worship the Forge, but I don't know. That seems kind of odd question to ask random people.
Indeed. Forgive me. Long day.
Are you in a cult? Were you trying to hire me?
And as you like look at his armor, part of the reason they gave him away is he's wearing full plate armor. You can see
The
just
door with Paylor.
yeah, obvious motifs of Paylor, like giant sun symbol across the breastplate. No, I'm
Got like Paylor tattooed under each eye.
sun god.
Sunlight on his.
Yeah.
Eh,
Big heart.
non-dwarven deities, basically a cult, anyways.
He you can see him like grind his teeth a little bit at the comment.
Ignum, I'm messing with you.
I know. And he walks away. And he does make his way up to you, Eric.
Yeah, I actually gonna like sort of like start walking out, like
Yeah.
let's walk kind of thing.
Yeah.
And what kind of concerns do you have?
I think your dwarven friend may be in a cult. Indeed. Have you noticed the belt he wears? The symbol. Malignant.
Malignant. I don't know what that is.
Malignant is a fairy tale
Okay.
from the planet Fire, something to the effect of Boogeyman on the prime material plane. A
Okay.
cautionary tale you tell children. Do not
Sure.
stray far from the sun.
Or malignant will get you.
No, or you will end up as he did.
How did you end up?
Oh. What do you know of the beginning of creation? I take you as not much of a religious man.
Not particularly, no.
Walk with me.
Sure.
In the beginning, we were not mortals were not the first creation of the gods.
Right.
They began to create majestic beings called the Titans, different than the ones you may know and see occasionally. They were far superior, and in fact, the gods underestimated their own creation, and they were able to create for themselves. This was forbidden, but some of them still did. The Dawn Titan, Megara, was the first to do so. She created Malignant, the eldest elemental. That's what some people say sparked the God War. And the abomination Malignant was put down. Although there are some who follow his memory in the elemental plane of fire. He is worshipped as a fallen god.
Is he evil?
It is difficult to say. He is wild like flame. Or he was, for the stories. But he was contrary to the god's will. This is what makes him so
Dangerous.
yes. Your friend wears a belt with his symbology.
Huh. He claims to worship Morden, as most dwarves, I suppose.
I imagine most on the surface here would not know the difference.
Yeah, I would have thought twice about the symbols, honestly.
It's dangerous.
There is one in the group that is absolutely cultist. Or was?
Cormac?
Yes.
Harmless.
He's a teddy bear.
Harmless.
Yeah.
That dragon.
I'm not saying the dragon was harmless. But you
He's
see,
tied up in some things that are obviously dangerous.
I see that. He is not dangerous. How well do you know the dwarf?
He's more dangerous now than he was. Did you notice that? The wings?
I noticed the wing. But we're all a little different than when we last met.
Fair point.
Your armor, mine.
True. I do not know the dwarf well. I know that he sought me out to earn
That
back.
concerns me more. Why did he seek you out? What do you know of him? He said he was cast out from his people. Why?
Yes.
Just be cautious.
I know that he does have a shorn lock, but to be totally honest with you,
I'm not sure what that means.
his beard is cut. The one spot
I saw that. I
is dishonored in our culture. Perhaps I'll talk with him more.
be careful if you do. Malignant is a fire that consumes.
If he does use his power for good, is there a possibility that it overtakes it.
Could. Maybe it already has.
I'll speak with him.
Would you like me to be present?
Sure.
Yeah. No.
As good as time as any.
All right. So Knock, as you're kind of finishing up on the night, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Do I get an advantage because I'm
Oh.
a dwarfish?
No, but it's gonna be easy
might-
for you.
Yeah, you might.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You can. Everybody hits a 1 every once in a while.
Yeah. I kind of hope I do. It'd be funny.
Hit it, Dan. Hit it.
Well, I hit a 19 plus 5. So
You are square. You've been drinking a lot. You see a lot of people pass out around you, but you feel totally fine.
yeah.
Totally fine. It's just human ale, which is basically water. Slightly flavored water. It's like that like Crystal Light powder. And
Yeah.
but like half of it was air. So
Yeah.
but yeah, Ignam and Eric both re-enter the bar. You take the lead.
No.
Eric.
Hey,
Eric would also like a drink, right?
I would actually.
Yeah.
Some stew and 2 loaves of bread. Don't mind. I know it's late, but it's fine. I'll pay you well. Knock. I have a couple questions.
Sure.
Have you been totally honest with me since you?
Yeah, I generally don't lie. I'm known for my honesty, at least.
Knock. You feel a gentle, warm breeze kind of radiate and course over your body. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Is this any regards to mind control?
Nope.
Okay. This is gonna suck.
And get it with the.
This is not my best. It is actually a plus that
Is it
cleric
really?
gets.
Oh yeah,
But-
because the clerics have it.
I got a 5.
Excellent. You are under the effects of zone of truth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I generally I don't lie.
Sure. The
Yeah.
reason I ask is Ethan was talking with me recently, and he was a little bit concerned about the belt you wear.
Oh, this is a gift. Very good gift.
Pro,
Eric, yeah, you get a knowing glance from Ignam at that.
a gift from who? Who?
So,
What?
someone I saved, or something I saved, I guess would be the more correct term. During the war that our people suffered. Yeah, it was a crazy time.
Do you mind telling me that story?
Of course, I love a good war story.
Sure.
So
As
there
we-
was a time where me and my fellow dreadnoughts were going to we're assigned to ambush a group of just a group of enemies. I can't even remember what we were fighting at the time, to be honest. But we were sent to go around, and we actually got ambushed in the process. And most of my platoon died from an explosion, and I fell off of a cliff into a chasm. And I woke up to a bright, warm light where an elemental reached out and touched me. My arm, that's where I lost my arm, you know.
It burnt your arm.
No, it healed my arm, stopped me from dying.
The elemental healed your arm.
It cauterized the wound, essentially.
Wow.
And it gave me the ability to speak primordial, which is that's why I can talk to the elementals at your forge.
When he says that, I look at it. Yeah, he looks concerned. Did you by any chance get this elemental's name?
Oh yeah, Maligneth. He asked me to free him in order for another gift, and I freed him, and he gave me this belt. He was in shackles, so yeah.
It's just
He he uh he was
Very
definitely
good
he was very wise and powerful, stronger than any elemental I've ever seen. I was kind of surprised the shackles
you
were
know
holding him
where
still.
this malignant went.
No, he disappeared in a flash.
Right after he spanked me and told me to call him daddy.
Interesting.
Do you hear Alton?
Oh, I did actually. A
In my
little bit.
nightmare
I'm
sometimes.
everywhere.
Yeah, he says weird things often in my mind. Like spank me, call me daddy, I think was
I-
what
I think it's the spirit
the
of
dream
drinking.
was
To be
last
honest,
night.
yeah.
Yeah, he had some sort of he was yelling at Taryn in my dream, telling him spank me, call me daddy. I don't understand.
That seems on brand.
But yeah,
Yes.
after that, you know, I I've had the strength, more strength. My innate fire abilities that you see are part of the gift from the belt, obviously. Um,
Do you gain your abilities from the belt itself?
something like that. It increases my attunement to the forge, I believe. It makes me,
Have you ever taken the belt off?
yeah, yeah, from time to time.
Okay.
I always keep it close by because it's how I get my forging tools these days. So,
Interesting.
but the reason, um, one of the reasons my son perished, I did tell you about that at one point, was due to,
I didn't hear all the details. But
it was it was due to the unnatural strength that I have.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, it was
it was
he's,
unseen. Why?
he stabbed me in the eye, and
Yeah.
in my anger I lashed out, unfortunately. And ever since then, and I lift up the eye patch, and you see where the damage was, but it like looks like it's glowing red hot.
Sure.
So, and it's like, and this has always looked like this, and I don't know.
Might I inspect that?
Oh, Ignom, I didn't even notice you there. You want to? Oh yeah, you don't drink. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. And so as he approaches that eye socket that has like that glowing radiance in it.
Yeah.
And as he gets close, make an insight check.
You'll be good at this, I think.
Usually, but I've been rolling kind of trashy. Natural 20.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Oh,
You see-
dude, that's cool. The dice when you roll a natural 20 causes an ice storm.
Oh, awesome.
That's pretty dope.
That's fantastic. So you notice this subtle, imperceptive, and only like a single fraction of a second long expression that courses over his face that is bizarre. It's not something that you've not really encountered a lot
like alarming.
of people like him. It's so at first it's cautious concern and curiosity, right? As he is kind of like drifting a hand up close. And then
Yeah.
for a moment, just a split second, it changes. And you see optimism.
Okay.
You see like the caution melt away. And replacing it for only the briefest of seconds is something else. And then his face goes slack for a moment and he drops to his knees and loses consciousness.
Oh, God. He just drank water as Knock grabs him and
Yeah, I'm gonna
tries to
try
catch him.
I'm gonna try to get it. Like, I don't want it to fall. We'll take fall.
Yeah, and
Wait.
it is slow enough that he just kind of drops to his knees and then
Wait.
begins to fall over.
He's a fire genesee, right?
Yeah.
Are fire genesees allergic to water?
No.
Okay. That's all he drank. I don't know what caused him to. Huh. Is everything okay, Eric? What's up with all these
I don't know.
questions that you and this guy?
Well, he was concerned that potentially you have, whether advertently or inadvertently, joined some sort of a cult. I don't know. I don't know who Malignant is. He seems to have some sort of understanding. That dude, that name is totally unfamiliar to me.
The
That
spell, by the way, drops as he loses consciousness.
Um,
should we take him somewhere?
He'll be fine. I get one of those healing potions.
Okay. And he kind of stirs awake.
All right.
I want to.
Are you all right, lad?
I want to check out that eye though. Like, does that happen to me?
No.
Are you all right, lad?
Yes, forgive me.
That was strange.
I'm not sure what happened.
I give him an arm. To help him up.
What is it?
I give him an arm to help him up.
Thank you.
Have you spoken with this Malignant since the time you saw him in the cave?
No, I asked your elementals about it once to see if they knew of him because I kind of wanted to ask him some questions, but they looked at like they were in disgust, and that's about it.
Interesting.
They would. I caution you, dwarf. And if you are sincere, you.
Do I know if he casts? Do I know if he casts Zone of Truth on the area?
Yes.
Well, I'm as sincere as your spell, as your spell let me be.
Then I caution you. You are quite literally playing with fire.
Yeah. What do you know of this Malignant?
He is a fairy tale among my people, cautionary tale to children. Do not stray far from the sun, or the light will abandon you.
Huh.
And he goes on to tell you that he was the firstborn of the Dawn Titan.
Yeah.
He is
Tells you all the things he told
an
me.
eldest elemental, one of the first things ever created by a Titan that kind of sparked off the God War, and that was believed to have been destroyed. Clearly, if you are to be believed, was not the case. But then he tells you that like he's not necessarily an evil thing, but very much just a consuming fire. You know that it's
Wild.
Yeah.
So he didn't really give off like. I generally have a pretty good judge of character, but he didn't seem to be evil. I don't know.
I suppose that is a matter of perspective. Among those that follow the Dawn Father, he is contrary.
I'm hoping they just had a misunderstanding.
I don't think so.
Well, let's go get some rest.
And as you guys begin to peel away, the night takes you. You wake up in the morning. You have the benefits of a long rest. What would you like to do?
Hold on. I wanted
Yes.
to do something before night.
Yeah, hit it.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I'd like to go to Frobert's.
Closed.
Post.
Oh, is it nighttime?
Yeah, I already tried.
Okay. I'll go in the morning then.
Okay.
I just want to tell Thicket before we leave. Are you going to be here tomorrow?
Hey, I'll be here for as long as long as I need to be until she's away.
I'll be back tomorrow to see how she's feeling, to see if you guys need anything.
All right. Okay. So
I'm sure Alton will be with me.
Yep.
Josh, when did Vrogs approach knock?
In the morning, I wanted to wake up before everybody else, so I'd probably be trying to wake you up.
Okay.
Yeah. So Broggs, you determine pretty quickly that he's probably at the pub, and so you can make your way over there.
I suppose he's in a room. I guess I just start trying to peek through doors.
You're stopped pretty quickly, brief conversation, and they let you know where he is.
Okay. I go up there. Is his door locked?
Yeah.
I'll start banging on the door.
Knock opens the door.
Knock opens the door.
Hey, Knock. I
Well,
just want. I'm going to go look for a friend. I figured I should probably tell someone. I might be gone for a few days.
what friend?
He's being looked out for.
Well, I'll go with you.
Okay. Might be a couple days journey. You okay with that?
Sure. Should we tell the others?
I mean, we can, but I don't really want to tell Taryn.
Okay.
But
Is it? It doesn't have something to do with his brother, does it?
A bit of both.
Oh. All right. We'll let him know on the road. I can send him a message. So.
Okay. And I conjure up my my familiar.
Okay.
And
let's get some horses if we can, if the village can spare them. I don't know if they could. So.
And telepathically, I'll talk to him and say, "Hey, I'm looking for the lady of the tree. I need to find the best, quickest route to her, if possible."
Okay. And as you convey this message, he jumps off your shoulder and goes over to the wardrobe in Knock's room.
Okay. I follow him.
And it just kind of leans his head up against it, scratches a bit against the door.
I open it.
It's pretty shallow. There are some blankets and such tucked in. Although, as you look towards the back, there is a small hole that's maybe 3 feet by 3 feet. It looks like it's been just kind of chewed away by mice. But it's kind of bizarre. Is it looks like that hole continues in a little bit.
What you doing there?
And on the other side, you see a street lamp.
I would have
and snow.
I would have told Knock what I told my dragon, just so he's part of the what I'm doing here.
Thanks for laughing at that, Lance.
My little friend here just telling me this is the best way. So
the dragon jumps through the hole and starts to go down what looks to be a tunnel.
I follow him.
All right, so you see the little goblin man dart through a hole in the back of the wardrobe.
Can I go through said hole?
You know, it looks to be just big enough.
Wait, did you say I'm too big? I misunderstood.
Just big enough.
Okay.
The hole appears to be just big enough.
All right, I'll go.
Okay, and as you guys begin to crawl through this tunnel, it goes on for maybe 20 feet or so, and you can hear what sounds to be running water just at the end of it.
I just keep following the dragon.
And eventually you come through where you can see basically a curtain of water running through the very edge. You can't see beyond it. And as you look back, you can't really see anything except for Knock and it's this bizarre thing where it looks like there's a faintest bit of light behind him, but there doesn't really appear to be any kind of a surface that he's crawling on. You just see that faint hole that you crawled through and the light beyond it backwards.
Whew.
I find it interesting, but keep walking.
And as you go through the curtain of water, you feel it wash over you, and you feel magic leave you.
Okay. All right.
Knock, this being an unfamiliar experience for you, you walk through the other side, and immediately you notice that your armor is much louder than it usually is.
Oh, crap. Where did you take me, you little goblin?
Don't worry. It's just a protection thing she's got going for her. You'll like her, though.
What? Who's her?
The lady of the tree.
Okay. Is this like
She well, I know I know of Malignant, your deity, right? God, I can't even say his name.
Moradin?
Moradin?
Yeah.
As far as you know, he follows Moradin, the Moradin
so
Zeus.
yeah, that I would have told you she's similar in a way, being all powerful person.
But Nock, you find yourself in a shallow cave. You have this that, like, as you kind of turn back around, you don't see the water at all. You see haze and nothing beyond it. This faint haze that kind of fills the exterior, like this perimeter, almost like a wall behind you. And in front of you, you see a beautiful warm meadow. You can hear birds and a few other slightly unrecognizable animal sounds. And you see an enormous tree, an ancient tree that just kind of grows and curls out. And you notice as you look, probably 2 to 3 different stories worth of balconies and windows that kind of litter it.
I'm gonna proceed forward to the door.
Okay.
And I will knock.
And as you reach a hand up, the door opens, and you can smell a warm tea that at first it strikes you as somewhat like cinnamon and citrus. It's kind of a bizarre smell that kind of fills the room. A moment later, you see her descending that staircase down towards the central layer, or the central level.
I proceed in and I just go sit at her table, I guess, and wait for her.
Brooks, the handsome, you brought a friend.
I did. She's new.
Welcome, Master Dwarf, to my home.
Aye. How did we get here? What?
I just look at him and I go, it's magic.
The goblin, the dwarf, and the wardrobe.
Yeah.
We out here, boys.
Yeah, there's our episode name. That's great.
Both of you carry burdens. What is it that brings you to my tree?
I came for a request, not necessarily a deal. How's Glimrick doing?
Your friend, he's doing very well.
Is he?
You'd like to see him?
I would.
He points over to a pot and you see his foot sticking out.
He's in those cookies.
Knock. I took everything back. We need to leave.
He can give you a cup of tea.
She hands me a cup of tea.
Yes.
In the tea.
Take it and start drinking with it.
And yeah, as you go to drink it, you do catch your reflection in the surface of the tea. and then it changes, and you see Glimerick, kind of, not exactly. He looks different. He's a little taller. He's standing straight. You realize it's not that he's actually gotten taller. He's
Yeah.
just no longer hunched in the way that he was, and his skin is more vibrantly green than you remember. And then you notice a few other things, that his hair is green and it wasn't before. And in fact, you can see that it almost looks a bit mossy in places.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes that were white are now vibrant emerald green. You can see a few stick branches that are kind of woven into his dreadlock hair. His outfit itself looks to be some sort of armor, somewhat wooden in different elements. Definitely looks patchwork, but in a very natural manner. He has a bow slung across his back, a sword in hand, and he appears to be walking very briskly through very dense foliage.
So does it almost look like she's brought him back to his youth? Is that what I'm saying, pretty much?
Maybe even more so, as you are beginning to watch him, and he comes out into what looks at first like a clearing into the sky, and you realize that he's walked out onto a cliff face. He sheaths his sword and dives off the side before turning into an eagle.
What?
And then begins to fly away. And the ripples in your tea continue, and once again you see Robb's the Handsome.
Wow. I knew you'd take care of him. My group didn't believe me. Knock, you're proof.
Knock, you didn't see any of it.
Sure, Vogs.
But anyway, I came here. I'm getting ready to go, from what I know, attempt to save my family. And I figured it wouldn't be right unless Grimlick was there to help me see it done.
I'm afraid he's on his own journey this time.
May I ask what that is?
You could. But what would you be willing to give?
What's your price?
The dwarf.
Yo, he looks pretty cool.
Dude, I'm getting these vibes.
If I did not come back with knock, I would not say a thing.
Actually, there's a dwarf right here.
I wouldn't trade knock for information. It's not worth it. But
Yeah, it's not like he's never done that before. So
yeah.
You have a book in your possession. I
Yeah.
will trade you that for the information you seek. Immediately, you know it's the book with that eye symbol upon it.
Have I read it and memorized everything already?
Make an intelligence check. Uh-oh, we dropped somebody. Who'd we drop?
Justin.
You go.
That country internet.
Aaron Hernandez, gone forever.
Gone forever. Aaron Hernandez.
Knock whispers to Vrogs, kind of like a whisper, but it's like a dwarf whisper, you know. Vrogs, making deals with she-devils is not a good idea.
Sorry, I missed the deal. My computer logged out.
The deal was
Nat
you wants to
20.
know what Glimerick is doing,
Yeah.
and in exchange, she wants the book that Shaw gave him.
Okay, I rolled a nat 20 on my intelligence.
You have read the entire book, and you have dedicated the entire thing to memory.
Okay.
Nice.
I give the book to her.
It's only about 7 pages long. It's not incredibly impressive, but
Vrogs,
For a goblin, it is.
making
knock. As you begin to say this, you blink like you would naturally, and Vrogs is gone. But Vrogs will stick with you for a moment.
Okay.
And as you hear Vrogs, and as you turn to look, knock is gone.
It probably wasn't that important. And then
I don't think so.
the I kind of ask her, what do you want to learn about Soul? Or do you know him, perhaps?
We've met.
Anything you could tell me?
Perhaps.
Because I'm kind of at a loss. We had a brief conversation, and it kind of didn't lead anywhere.
Yes, he is crafty, that one. I'll tell you what. I will tell you of Glim for the book, and I will tell you of Shaw for the flower upon Becky's head.
The flower, is that the healing one?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. That's fine.
Okay, so take that spell off. That was Cure Wounds, I think?
Yeah,
Or Healing Word, possibly?
I think it was healing word. Yeah.
You got to get all the info, boys.
And the petals just vanish from the surface. Captain Solon Shaw was immortal. I say was because he's drifted into something else now. And partly because of you, he has drifted beyond that. When last we met, he was connected to the weave in a curious way. But I think, Roggs, you have made him into something more divine. Long ago, he made a sacrifice. He gave his life to save the world. Does that sound familiar?
I can relate.
He now tends the weave of magic. Without him, chaos reigns. He gave up everything, including himself, for those he loved and for those that he knew would come after.
Is this something I might have to do?
And I think you know the answer to that. You don't need my help.
I was afraid you'd say that.
But as for Glimrick, he's collecting 7 shards of an ancient emerald for a Fey god. Even they make deals with fate, it seems.
Yeah. Okay.
He is happy and he is healthy. And as you can see, he has abilities that he never had before. Although I
Well-
still don't think your friends will believe it.
No, probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
They have a hard time believing me. I haven't been the most helpful. I've hurt them a lot, so.
Well, that's a curious thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes we do hurt those we love in the pursuit of something greater. It's difficult to see through the pain sometimes. I understand that. After all, fate is unkind to some.
I got one more thing. This might be a big deal. Do you know Taryn's mom?
I do.
She's got it going on.
Is there any way we could release her? Or maybe you could for a price?
I'm afraid that is impossible, even for me. Unless you have something that her patron might be interested in. For she is loyal to a god.
Mhm.
She is there by choice. She believes that she is doing a good work.
Would I have something? I'm not 100% sure on that one. I don't remember if I should have something or if I did have something.
She has loyalty to the god of Denier. To be able to break that bond, you would have to be able to provide Denier with something of great intellectual power. I assume that he may want something of an equivalent exchange. One servant for another.
Well, I'm not necessarily. I'm wanting her to be free from the bond she has right now under his brother,
Ah,
not free from Denier. I don't think she'd want that.
well, that I'm afraid is an ongoing battle.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Indeed. Indeed.
So
I am curious about your plans.
well, I need to figure out whatever's going to come forth and try to destroy the planet, but I also need to try to help my family too.
Do you think those are different tasks?
Maybe not. Not sure yet until I get there.
Keep your eyes open for opportunity.
Okay. If Glimmer happens to get done with this task, I know you're always watching. Would you be able to send him that way?
I could.
But for a price, right?
Starting to catch on.
Yeah. What would you like?
I could send to you Glimrick. I could pull him from his current task. But for it, I would take something that you seek.
Would this be like a memory or?
I will not tell you more.
Can I think on it?
I will give you until you reach Big Belly's domain to decide.
Okay. I can live with that. Well, thank you for this chat, and it was helpful.
Frogs,
Yes,
you will not see me again.
that's fine.
You may seek me out, but you will not find me.
Hmm.
You have tempted fate enough.
Okay. All right. Head out.
That timing, dude, that was too much.
All right. Knots, as you lean over to say, Roggs out, Roggs is gone. As you turn back around, she's 2 inches from your face.
Ah!
And you see that she's looking directly at your vacant eye. Knock, the dwarven dreadnought. What brings you to my tree?
Well, I was helping a friend and he took me to this place.
He took me to hell.
Random chance, you suppose?
Hmm.
Do you know who I am?
He called you the Lady of the Tree?
I am one of the 5 hands of fate that serve on this realm.
Hmm.
And I can tell that there are things that burden your heart.
Let's go.
Get up.
Would you tell me?
It seems you already know.
Wheeling and dealing.
What would you tell me?
I don't trust you.
You wouldn't be a dwarf if you did. Should I change? Would that help?
What you're wearing's just fine.
Have you heard of the Maiden of the Mountain? Which is a little bit more familiar to you. Legend has it there is a young maiden, dwarven maiden, that was lost in an expedition long ago, high in the peaks of the northern mountains. And she still sometimes comes to those wayward travelers who find themselves lost in the caves with fantastic abilities to grant salvation and wishes.
For a price.
Oh,
I've heard of her.
Hold your breath, child. You begin to feel the temperature drop pretty rapidly, and then it becomes cold, and you begin to see snow fall within the tree. She's not moving at all, but you begin to see the wind kind of ripple in her dress, and then the snow begins to fall heavier and heavier until it fully obscures your vision, and a gust of wind blows out behind you the exterior of this shallow cave. You find yourself now warmed by fire, dwarven make, obviously. You can tell immediately by the construction and the angles. You see this chimney that has a roaring blaze with several of the dwarven pantheon amongst it, but paramount, not Moradin, but the god of fate. And you see stone table, stone chairs, a warm bowl of stew, and a young dwarven woman clad in white armor with a white maul at her side. Is this better for you, Master Dwarf?
It's more familiar.
Aye. Please do sit. Have some stew. It won't hurt you. It's free.
I do.
All right. Knock. What do you seek? Deep within your heart, what do you seek? A lost son, perhaps? Or a still lost daughter? A home? Or a hand?
Oh, what mess did I just drag you into, Danny?
What was the last one, Adam?
Or a hand?
A hand? Oh.
No.
The interesting.
do it.
To be fair, all of it. My my family, my home. I wouldn't mind having my hand back. This thing gets in the way sometimes.
Aye.
But you as a master of fate know that I've sown my own fate. Am I right?
Indeed. But that can be rewritten.
You can't rewrite fate without making someone else's fate worse. It's just not a thing.
True. Not true. After all, isn't every decision that you make a twist of fate? Not all of them are evil. Some of them have negative consequences, sure. But not all of them.
Hmm.
I'll tell you what, Master Dwarf. Because I know you're kind, I'll tell you this. Go and earn back your honor. Create something worthy of the gods and give it to me. And I'll restore one of the things that you would still need or long for. If you would like the others, well, then when you give me your creation, you will give me your loyalty.
All
At the end
right.
of your days, you will not go to be with the dwarven gods, you will come to be with me.
Oh.
Hmm. And what do I get in return?
A son, a daughter, and a hand.
Ooh. You get it all, Daddy.
I'll do it.
I thought you might. If you remember, your son was not killed. He ran away with your daughter for safety. And they live at the coast. To the
Huh?
north, to be sure. But they're safe, they're happy. They both started families, your grandfather. They can't wait to see you again. Your crucible has already begun. You have some of the things that you need. You have many more. It is a challenging road ahead. But when you are complete, you will have regained your honor. And you will give to me the gift that you would have given to the gods. And then when at last you lay down your head for the final time, you will wake up in my embrace. Now go and live out the rest of your days. I'll see
Thank
you
you, babe.
soon. And you feel that same snowy rush of wind breeze past you. And as the fog clears around each of you, both Nock and Vrogs are right back in your room.
Man, that was crazy. Did you? What happened? What did you do?
Wait, how long has it been?
Yeah, that's another good question.
You don't know.
That's the
I'm-
first thing I tell Knock. We need to see how long we've been gone as well.
I don't want to talk about it right now.
Okay.
And Nock, as you look down, you have two hands, one of which is still gloved in some sort of a metallic substance, but it is your hand.
I look down and say, "What are those?"
You look up. I don't know if you remember now. You shrank some.
Oh yeah, I did.
Like a foot and a half tall.
Yeah.
Wait,
I remember that now.
So wait, my you say my hand is
Yeah, back.
Yeah, it's in, you have some sort of like your right hand was gauntleted, right?
yeah.
Your other hand, it also appears to be some sort of a gauntlet. Like you can feel beneath it,
Okay.
unlike you could before, but it still appears to be metallic, at least like covered in a metallic substance.
Good thing I did that kit bash on your mini, Danny.
It's weird how Roggs just seems to screw everything up. Oh man. I'm sorry, Justin.
It's fine. I'm just messing.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the claw hand mini anyways. That's way cooler.
Yeah. Never forget where you came from.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Taryn, early in the morning, you make your way to Frobert's.
Yo, what up, Froby? I got my cinnamon in my mouth.
Okay, I was about to bust you on that, man. I was about to bust you.
Come on.
You don't see Frobert, but you do see 3 of his daughters, faintly yellow skinned, faintly pink skinned, and faintly blue skinned. Hello, how can we help you today? Wait, Taryn?
I'm just Taryn. Yes. Glinda?
No, but that's all right. We're often confused. Our father has a special item on hold for you. He said that you would probably be back, and for another 5 days, it's on reserve if you would like it.
What is it?
Of nightmare figurine.
Yes. Actually, I'm here to sell you one.
What?
I ran across one in my travels. I haven't had time to see your dad yet. But I have one that I thought you might be interested in.
A nightmare figurine?
Yeah.
Did you really? I totally messed that up.
Yeah, I bought one in Zaz.
You're right. My bad. Scratch that. Scratch that whole thing. I couldn't remember. I thought it was Frobert that had it on hold for you. My bad.
He
My
did
bad.
have one on hold for me at the beginning,
Okay. Yeah.
but I went to
scratch that.
Zaz.
Nix that. My bad. My bad. Okay. So anyway, start from the scratch. What would you like to do at Frobert?
Should we yell at you?
At me?
I'm gonna say I think we're gonna be encountering.
She was like, you better get back.
Oh, maybe then. I did hear her say that. I just assumed it was.
She thought you were the kids. Like, what's wrong with that? Did you want any more of this one?
No, I'm okay.
I think we're gonna be encountering some dragons on a pretty frequent basis now. Do you have anything that might be useful against that?
We do have leather armor of resistance to poison. A few scrolls. The leather armor resistance to poison is 6,000 gold. Just so you know, I'm gonna recycle this. So I'm gonna lose that.
Yep.
Is
Frobert's a place I would buy scale mail?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is, or like, do you have any scale mail? Maybe a green. I'd be willing to do an even trade for this white scale mail.
Hey, Justin, how much money do you have?
It's an ungodly amount.
Question. Should I roll for how well the Pig Venus book is selling?
They've not finished.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we haven't finished it.
Dang.
We mostly just have to fight a lawsuit at some point, I think.
Yeah.
For what?
Don't you remember their cease and desist order?
Pig Venus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't here for that.
I don't remember that.
Well, it's a thing.
There's another Guinness
There's
Book of
nobody
World
in the
Records out
world
there.
actually named Pig Venus.
It is. So they've
Are they
got.
smarter than me?
Let me see here. I wrote this down. So they are. Where is it? Hang on, wait. It's in here somewhere.
I wrote this down. I love it.
Yep.
Amazing.
Because this was a legitimate thing that. Let's see.
Yeah, we got served by a
Cease
magic.
and desist order by the Treatise Book of World Records for their Venus Book of World Records copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll skip through this because this could take forever. This is what they have that may be of interest to you. +3 scale mail.
What color?
No color. It is just +3 scale mail.
It's invisible.
An amulet of health, an amulet of proof against detection and location. They have 20 bolts of dragon slaying, a cloak of invisibility,
Oh, banger.
half plate armor, resistance of lightning, padded armor, resistance of acid, and let me see. Let's see. Beyond
What does regular scale mail protect resistant? Does it have any kind of resistances?
No.
Like just regular.
The one I got's better.
Scale mail is 14 plus your dex modifier, maximum of 2, and then this would have an additional +3. But you do get disadvantage on stealth with it.
I'll take. How much is the cloak of invisibility?
Cloak of invisibility is
Legendary item.
80,000 gold.
Easy.
Okay, I'll take it.
Did I say the armor of invulnerability?
No.
I would want that.
They do have the armor of invulnerability as well.
What is that?
Buy that for me.
Says additionally, okay, so you have resistance to non-magical damage while you wear this armor. Additionally, you can use an action to make yourself immune to non-magical damage for 10 minutes, or until you are no longer wearing the armor. Once the spell actually is used, it can't be used again as the next dawn. It is interlocking metal plates, covers your entire body, etc., etc. It does have stealth disadvantage, requires a strength of 15.
No, I don't want it.
Okay.
I can't do it anyways. My strength is 8. I would like to trade in the obsidian steed and the flying carpet.
And the flying carpet?
Yeah.
Okay, sold. Cloak of
How much am I getting out of that?
I will say that you have cloak.
They were worth about 180.
Yeah, you've got we'll say you're gonna lose some on the trading, but you've got another 80,000 left in credit.
After the cloak of invisibility?
Yep.
How many bolts do I have? I can't use bolts in my longbow, right?
Correct.
That's useless. Does anybody in our team have a crossbow?
I
I
don't know.
don't think so.
I don't think so.
Hold on.
If I'm proficient with a longbow, does that carry over to a crossbow by any chance?
What is that? I'm sorry?
Sorry, if I'm proficient with a longbow, can I use a crossbow?
I don't know. I think it's a separate thing, right? And it also kind of
Yeah, okay.
what kind of crossbow you're trying to use.
Wait, can Brogs not use a crossbow?
I'm proficient with a crossbow. I just don't have one.
Yeah.
Which I probably
Okay.
need one, to be honest. But
How many crossbows? How much are the bolts?
Find that armor? No, please.
Mike wants you to buy the armor of invulnerability.
How much is it?
I'll pay you back
24,000.
150%. I'll pay you back.
You already have badass armor, dude.
It's true, but he doesn't use all of it because he has attunement slot issues.
Yeah, but doesn't this require an attunement slot?
Yeah, but his requires 2.
So it's the same.
No, mine requires.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because it's armor and shield are separate.
How much? Okay,
So
how
you
much
never use
is
it. You
the
don't know how
acid
to
armor?
use it. The armor of invulnerability is 24,000.
And what about the acid armor?
Whoa, that's pretty good. I didn't know about that.
Acid armor is padded armor, and it is 6,000.
Oh God.
That's just the stuff they have.
Okay, I'll just take the cloak of
Specifically.
invisibility.
Okay.
Does
Cloak
she
of
know what the inventory at the other location is?
I'm just kind of combining this for the sake of time. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the cloak of invisibility.
Mhm.
I'll tell you about the armor, Eric. You can buy it at the Frobert's nearest you.
A convenient location.
Ship to
do
Sweden.
you-
Market offer expediency or no?
So do you want money back, or do you want your carpet back? Because right now you've done a fair trade with a horse.
If I get money back, what is it? 60 then my carpet
No, it's 80 back.
and my carpet.
No, it's 80 back or the carpet.
The carpet's only 20.
Well, I thought you said they were worth 180 together. I just took your word for that.
Yeah, I paid 160 for the horse.
Okay.
I think the carpet was like 16 or 18 or something.
Okay, so those 20 back, you get the carpet back and then an additional 60.
Okay, yeah.
Sound good?
Okay, hold on. I want to try one more thing.
Yeah. Everything else,
Um,
you know what you want to do?
how much is? You know what? That's good enough for right now.
Sold. All right.
And then I'm gonna take the 60K I have left over and give it to Thicket.
All 60.
Yeah, and apologize for the damage, and tell them that use this to rebuild and get a better army.
All right. Are you gonna die soon? This is a lot of money.
No, but yes, but
Seems
I
like
did a
the
lot
sort
of
thing
damage.
somebody does before they go off and die.
I run across money pretty frequently. And quite frankly, if I don't get it, then that does mean I'm dead. So
All right. Fair enough. Well, good luck to you. I hope you. I wish riches upon you in the future.
apologize to Anne for me. It truly was an accident.
I don't know how long you've been doing this adventuring business, but it's sort of par for the course. I don't know if you realize that if you hadn't crashed that ship, that dragon very well could have destroyed the city.
Well, how about this? You ever find another flying ship, you let me know and we're even.
I'll keep you in mind. I'll keep you in mind. All right. Anybody else? Anything else?
Yes.
Eric, hit it.
I actually would. I forgot to mention this. I had sort of talked to Justin about this prior to the game, but I want to give the city. Basically, I want to match whatever he did.
So another 60 from the
Yeah.
kingdom or from?
Yeah, from the kingdom.
Okay.
So, right. You said about 100K, right? So.
Mm.
Good.
Right.
All right, that's it for
Anybody
me.
Did me and Knock figure out how long we were in the Feywild for?
Approximately negative 30 minutes.
But I do want Taryn to get that money. Like sort of.
How does it work to upgrade magical gear from a +1 to a +2? How significant is that?
Also making those gauntlets for all. Is that?
Not gonna happen in a day.
No, I know. But I
Right,
mean,
yeah.
like,
It's in the process. Yeah, it's in the process.
I'm
They
gonna
would
let him in.
replace your arm shield. That's like your gauntlet slot, but
Okay.
well, it depends on. So you're kind of limited here because there aren't really any good enchanters within the city of Brost. Frober is a trading person. He trades in magical goods, but he doesn't really create anything.
Okay.
So it is doable. You're just kind of limited by your resources of the city.
Right.
And even within the kingdom of Silverfang, there's nobody that does anything like that. The smiths can create magical items, but the enchantment is different.
Okay.
Would I be able to attempt to do it without like special ability?
Like a 40, yeah, there's a 40.
I would say that maybe combined, Nock and
together.
Broggs could possibly do it. They could also break it. So
Very likely.
if you want to risk it.
Although
I don't know if it's worth the risk.
I have potent rolls too. Just heads up. So.
Okay.
They're
I'm gonna
pretty
stock
good.
up on. I'm just gonna go the easy route and stock up on some potions.
Some potions.
Hey, Alton.
Yo,
Um,
it's your boy.
it is indeed.
Thou art my boy.
I wanted to let you know.
Bro tips.
One, you did very solidly out there with that dragon. I wasn't fast enough to salvage all of it, but I did salvage some of the remains of the dragon,
Hmm.
and I took them to Silverfang. I have Dwarric and some of the others crafting some gauntlets for you.
Ooh,
I know you like using your fists, so
I'm a fan of it. I like to fist them real good,
right.
as the kids say.
And I
Don't think they do.
They should.
Something like a good old fashioned fisting.
So what are these?
All right, moving
What are
on.
these gauntlets
yeah,
about?
I have them forging something for you. I don't know exactly when it'll be done, but
Okay.
just so you know,
Well, thanks for that. I appreciate it.
no problem.
All right. You wanted some potions?
Yeah.
Anything specific? Just healing potions? Other stuff?
For sure healing potions, but then what else do they have? Anything exciting?
So for potions, real quick, your healing potions.
Anything I want to buy
they've
all of them.
Buy all of
before
the
he
healing
gets it.
potions.
No, I'm just
Throw them on the ground, smash them.
kidding. Smash them off. You know, just
So for healing potions, she's got, let's see, I'll just say an even 10 standard healing potions, which are 50 gold each. Somebody do math here, because I'm just gonna spout numbers.
50
off.
gold each. How many?
She's 10 of those.
Okay.
She has
500.
6 greater healing potions
Okay.
at 150 each.
Okay.
500.
900.
Let's see.
I'm gonna write this down.
Yep, she has 4 superior healing potions
Okay.
at 450 apiece.
She has how many?
4.
That's 1800.
And then she has 2 supreme healing at 1400 apiece.
How much did the Supreme do?
I just had my thing. Oh, the
It's a lot.
supreme healing is 10d4 plus 20.
Oh,
How many are the last? How many of them just yet?
2 of those,
And they're how much?
14 apiece.
Okay, so 28. So $6,000 could buy you everything she's got.
I'm gonna buy all 10 of the standard, and I'm gonna buy one of the Supremes.
I'll buy whatever's left. Just tell me how much gold it is.
No.
$3,000 each. I don't know.
And then I also have, just so you guys know, I still have Oh, that's supposed to be plus. I have 2 greater or 3 greater and 1 superior.
I think I have 2 regular and 2 greater.
I don't have any anymore.
All right, so you said it was $6,000 for everything in stock.
Yeah.
All right, so it's for the potions of healing. You bought 10 of those. That's 500 gold. The supreme healing is another 14. So you're at 1,900. Alton,
Yep.
and you are at
41.
4,100. 4,100 frogs.
All right. And what potions were those again? Sorry.
You have
A bunch of big ones.
crap. What was it? You have 1 supreme healing, 4 superior healing.
Okay.
And am I right when I said 6 greater healing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would buy potions, but I feel like buying potions as a cleric is just saying you don't believe in yourself.
Yeah, right? Oh, dude, I don't even trust myself. My god's okay, but like not that good.
Oh, we also at some point talked about those. I can't remember what they're called. But those stones that like float around your head and do crap.
Oh,
Ions.
Do you look at those?
Yeah, were those here or were those somewhere else?
Frobert's might have
I think
that.
Frobert had 1.
What was it?
Sold. I'm gonna say that it's sold.
What does that one do?
I can't remember.
Dude, pick one. Come on. You want me rando pick one?
Yeah. It's gone.
I'll pick it up. Alright. Whatever the 4th one is down, that's what we'll go with. Oh, that's awesome. I was like, dude, I already said it was cool.
What do you find? I'm curious.
Oh crap. I didn't realize I could search for. We've got what did I say, the 6th one down?
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh crap, I missed this one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Intellect, very rare. Your intelligence score increases by 2.
Hey, Adam.
Is it only to a max of 20 though?
Oh, bro, the maximum 20.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is.
That's stupid.
Yeah, maximum 20.
So it's useless.
Yeah, yeah, it's like not even.
Like, yeah, it's the perfect one, except
Hey.
it's not.
It could be good on Vrogs for his wizard side.
How much is it?
It is.
That one's actually not the. That's
I've
a
got that
very
listed
rare.
at 3,000.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's very rare.
But you have 4 potions available to you: potion of watchful rest,
Okay.
fire breath, mind reading, and vitality.
Ooh.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I missed one. So the one that he's selling is insight, which is very rare, also, but it's your wisdom score.
Which doesn't really do me a ton of good. I don't think I have any wisdom stuff.
Sorry, bro.
Um,
I wish I wasn't capped out on.
I already said intellect. So
tell me what the potions do.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that
But you gotta just stick with that.
you are able to find the Iron Stone of Intellect if you would like to buy that one, $3,000. So the mind reading allows you to gain detect thoughts at a DC of 13 for the duration. Vitality, when you drink it, removes exhaustion
Ooh,
that you are suffering and cures any disease or poisons that are affecting you. For the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit dice you spend.
Ooh.
Yeah, fire breath is like the dragon fire breath or the dragonborn fire breath. And then watchful rest. When you drink this potion, you gain the following benefits for the next 8 hours. Magic cannot put you to sleep, and you can remain awake during a long rest and still gain its benefits.
How much are each of those?
Great question. Let's find out.
Because they're kind of all awesome.
Watchful rest.
I mean, I'm swigging stuff all the time. This feels on brand.
Oh crap. Potion of watchful rest. I don't know. I'm gonna find out how much the other ones are, I guess. Fire breath is 150 gold. Potion of mind reading. Potion of mind reading is 180 gold.
Okay.
Potion of what was that? What was the fourth one?
Vitality.
Vitality. $960.
Okay.
Um,
And the watchful rest.
Watchful rest. Apparently, I'll have to buy that to tell you, because I looked that randomly up in D&D Beyond. So
Make something up.
I'm gonna say that it is also 1,000 gold.
Okay. I'll take all of them. And when I do, who's the store owner?
I'm stepping away for a minute.
Great question. I can't remember. I don't have my map where that's written down.
Okay. Whoever it is, I'm gonna ask them.
That woman, I think she's a half orc, but I can't swear to it. What did Evan? Did you say something?
Oh, I thought you were looking up a name. I was just
I don't have it. I can't.
okay. So I'm gonna be like, okay. So here's a question for you. I'm a brewer. I've got a brewery nearby that I'm partners with. What would you think about doing some mass distribution of your potions, getting them out into more hands, making some money on the side? What I'm thinking is, I don't know if this is possible. I don't brew this type of stuff, but I wonder if there's a way that we can imbue some of the things that you're doing in your potions into some brews. Maybe not as strong, but maybe like some milder diluted effects. But if we did it together, something of a partnership, it might provide some good advertisement for you, plus some good side money from each of the things that we sell. Do you think that would even be possible? I don't know, like some kind of fire breath brew?
Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna use lucky.
Okay.
17.
17. All right, you got yourself a deal. She will brew up some potion ingredients that you can mix in with some of your imbibements and
Here we
be able to.
go.
Be able to-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we can figure that down a little bit later. Some of it can be like cosmetic. If you want like the fire breath thing, it's probably mostly cosmetic. It won't actually.
Right.
But she can give you some like healing potions a little bit more flexible, so she could basically allow it to have kind of a regular health potion effect.
Yes.
So,
Sweet. That's what I wanted.
and then all kind of superficial for us, but it's just a little bit of a money exchange, a little bit of percentage here, percentage there, sort of things.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Anybody else? What you guys like to do is you kind of reconvene over time. About lunchtime, as you guys all kind of find yourselves reconvening. Unless Carmack, there's anything specific. I totally forgot this huge thing. Carmack in the middle of the night. Oh man, I totally almost.
Flashback.
Yeah, flashback.
This is Carmack telling us what happened at the table.
I had this weird dream last night.
Yeah, exactly. Carmack, you awaken in a bit of a familiar setting. It was the one of the places that on your brief time with Sephara, you enjoyed a few meals at this local place, and you find yourself there and you're sitting at a table and the world around you is moving, but you can't really make out any of the details. You can tell people are passing, but it all kind of seems blurry and hazy, and none of it matters really to you. You just kind of know that. You just feel that none of that is important. What's important is that you can see Safara walking towards your table from across the room, and she deftly navigates this space before she finally comes to sit down at the table. Hi, Carmen.
Hi, so far.
It's good to see you.
Come here often.
Special place. It doesn't really have the same appeal without the company.
Yeah, I could see that.
So I need to be honest with you. I wasn't sure that would work. That's why I didn't tell you about it. Um, so you know who my mother is. Um, I was tasked with finding a champion, and I wanted more than to just survive like my sisters before me have. I want to be free, Carmack. So I started to try to find a different way. And I discovered, because of my proximity, some of the pact magics that some more nefarious types use. And I began to study it. And it led me to the concept of shared power. And ultimately, it led me to you. I found you playing a game with some cultists that definitely, just for the record, definitely was not legitimate. Those guys just got drunk and were definitely doing so many things wrong. I found you, and I was able to impart some of my power to you. And unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask permission. And I'm sorry that I drug you into this. I wasn't sure that it would work, and that's no excuse, but there it is. And you have the ability, now that you've tested it, we know that it works. You will consume their essence when they perish. It's a little trick I learned from my mother. So the more of them you destroy, the stronger you'll get. And then maybe one day we'll be strong enough together that I can be free of this.
Like,
You-
well, I mean, first of all, I mean that explains quite a bit. I would say. I have to say that even though he didn't ask, I'm actually not mad. It's I mean you seeking freedom is something that, yeah, I mean it's kind of what the rest of us out here are like. Um, I mean we're kind of in this together now, and so keep going forward. But yeah, I think I believe in us. I think we can do this.
I do too. My strength is your strength, and your strength is my strength now. That's why we're able to have this conversation.
Plus, you know, like if I keep getting cool powers, I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the cultists. Honestly, I was there mostly to make friends, but which I did, you know. But kind of knowing the source of the power answers one of the biggest questions I had. So
Make an insight check for me, Carmen.
see if I actually. Not great. Insight. Uh, oh, a little better than I thought. 10.
10. You get the faint idea that there's maybe something else that she wants to say, but she holds back just a bit.
But like, I mean, you kind of seem a little hesitant to even tell me what you did. Is there a reason for that, or is there anything else that you'd like to share?
Okay, in that case, make a persuasion check.
All right. 16 on the dice plus 10, so 26.
Okay, all right. So you see her kind of like war within herself for a moment. I maybe more than I should. I value what you think of me. I think it's what drew me to you in the first place. I I saw the way that you looked at me, and it was foreign. It wasn't something I'd ever experienced before. And so I'm afraid that that will diminish when I tell you that you were not my first attempt and that I failed before.
Was it? I was another dragonborn.
Yeah. And it almost worked. But he didn't survive. It was him that led me to you, in fact.
Led you to me. How?
He knew you, and then you knew him. He thought highly of you, and that image remained with me.
Wait. Are you saying that it was his name Fangdraw?
Yes.
Huh. Like I'm sorry that he's no longer of this world. It does sadden me some, but at the same time, the way he lived his life and the way he sought out adventure was what inspired me to leave in the first place. I hadn't heard from him for a while, and I figured I'd take up his mantle in his stead. So I guess in more ways than one, I've done just that. Um, his seeking of adventure, and here at taking up the place at your side.
I don't deserve you, Carmack. But I'm glad that you're here.
And hey, I mean, now I know. Well, let me ask you this actually. Do you think he was happy in his final days?
I think he was. I had more time with him. I was able to explain more beforehand, and he made a choice. He did make a choice.
Do you mind if I ask how he died?
It was the first that any of my kind had ever attempted this sort of a pact beyond the queen herself. And I, I underestimated it. It took a lot from me, and it took everything from him. It's why I didn't have as much time with you. And I'm running out of time now, so I need to tell you what you're up against.
Okay.
Memtak Quelzavar is the Viridian Nightmare. She's the youngest, but still formidable. She's cunning beyond her years. Watch for her. I know that she is watching for you.
I think I've seen her before.
Yes, I'm aware she's tested you. She's observed. She may reach out to you if she thinks that it will benefit her, but just know she does not care for you at all. It could still benefit the both of you to form an alliance, but be cautious. The other two, Soon, the vicious knight, is cruel beyond measure. If he feels threatened by you, he may not attack directly. He will seek those who you call friend and family, and he will rip them to pieces to hurt you. And there's Kirsify, the Evergale. He is unparalleled in strength. He keeps no secrets of where he lies. There is a storm that never ceases to the west in the seas. He lives there, sleeping unashamedly. Well, I don't know that you should challenge him, but if the queen grows bored, she may wake him in a cataclysm to bring you all together. She does it for fun. Carmack, and you wake up in the morning. Well rested, but with a lot on your mind.
I think I do want to probably pick up a couple of healing potions myself.
Okay. All right. Anything in particular?
Probably like a couple greater. And then what's the one above that? Is it superior?
Yes.
Graders were one. No, they were more than that. They were.
Greater healing potion is 150.
Okay.
150.
And then you said, what was the other one you wanted? A superior?
Superior, yeah.
Superior was 450.
Okay.
All right. So with that, you guys reconvene about lunchtime, coming out of various shops laden with different goods and bounties. The table is yours.
Hey guys.
What's up, Rose?
I was wondering, is there a chance we could make a pit stop by the Star Spire Mountains before we pursue Big Belly?
Star Spies, what's going on there?
I met a group of goblins that kind of helped me last time we were there. I want to see if we can talk to their leader, Rockjaw, to see if he can help us out with Big Belly's forces.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Also,
How so?
yeah, how would he be helpful?
He's a giant.
Hold on, real quick, meta.
Yeah.
Didn't Eric do recognizance on Big Belly?
Yes.
I
So
had
what do
I had several different people doing it
so
beside there.
have you shared with us what we know about Big Belly?
Yeah. Yeah, he's
I don't remember. So can someone
the
refresh?
information I got was he's to the east, has the power to change a creature for the good or worse, has a army of smaller creatures under his control, or they're possibly dead. That's all
Or
the
family's
information
possibly
that I
dead?
got. Yeah.
Okay.
What's your plan, Frogs? What's the battle plan? How do you want this to go?
We need to cut the head off the snake.
And what of the body?
We need to essentially we need to kill Big Belly and everyone else will be on their way. He's the one that controls everything. So if we take out him,
Control them to fight us.
huh?
And what if they fight us?
I would like not to hurt my family, but my family should have this on them. And I pull out that feather that I got from Grimlick. It's a red feather. That's my family clan or whatever.
Goblins are notorious for following the strongest.
I understand. That's what Rockjaw's there for. That's why we need extra help.
My issue is if they do attack us, we will be outnumbered, surely.
Yeah. But I'm also not saying let's go through the front door either.
Which is why I asked you, how do you see this going?
Well,
what is your battle plan?
My battle plan is to do what we have to do in order to free.
If not the front door, where? Do we even know where the front door is?
Adam, do I know that?
Yes, I didn't want to interrupt what you're saying, but there are a few bits of information you guys have kind of left out that I'll fill you in because this is what you do know. All right, so here is the zoom in map of the Kingdom of Tithir, right? With a few exceptions. It goes a little bit more to the east, and so I'll point that out to you. I just want you to know this is like the big area. Here's Silverfang, here's Bros, Zazaspar, Daramar, and so a little bit to the east. I want to show you up here. I don't know if this, I'm going to try to zoom this in so you guys can kind of see here, but I don't know if you can very well. So here is that same area, right? Right.
Yeah.
The mountains over to the east, this is, you're from the Snowflake Mountains, bro?
Yeah.
That's where you came from. Just south of there is the Omlander Mountains. They're a small mountain range, relatively speaking, about half the size of the mountain range that Silverfang is in. They are also known to be dangerous. Nobody lives in or near the Omlander Mountains. There are magical anomalies that occur around there, and occasionally there is a successful mining operation that pulls out some crystals that are similar to the ones that cause those flying castles, the sky castles, as well as the flying ships. They're the highly powerful magical items. but they're incredibly difficult
So mine.
to mine. The Omandran Mountains is where all of the reports say Big Belly is nestled, somewhere in there. Now, the combination, side note, by the way, just east of the Omandran Mountains, accessible only through a pass that is between the Snowflake and the Omandran Mountains, lies a little barony that Alton finds very familiar on the far eastern side of the Kingdom of Tethir. Beyond that, I can draw for you quickly what the dwarves came back with their report, because they saw the settlement, the outpost, or
My
whatever.
boys, what'd they find?
Let me sketch that out for you real quick. It was kind of crude. They couldn't get very close.
Sure.
Because they were not supposed to engage in anyone. Cartography. All right. So in a similar way to the way that Silverfang is kind of laid out, there is a bit of a cliff and like a pretty much a sheer drop cliff. And it looks like there is some sort of a cave recess into that cliff area. It extends out beyond, but there is a fort that has been built up, what looks to be like, or at least like a fortified area. It's been built up around this, what looks to be a small cliff. There looks to be like some structures that kind of surround it. There are some outposts, as well as what looks to be, honestly, like a small city built in the very center of this. Looks to be some gates in the middle, heavily guarded, lots of population, ogres, goblins, hobgoblins, bugbears, orcs, and one of the dwarves reported a strange occurrence. Everybody thought that he had been drinking a little much that day, but he thought for sure he saw one of the ogres flying. That was the report that you guys had kind of seen, and there's a bit of a gap between the fort. It's all dirt out here, and then it is forest, and the mountains extend after that.
Did you say flying?
Yeah, and everybody gave him a hard time for reporting it.
Dude, if that's true, then this fight's ogre before it even started.
Oh my god.
What? What was
Go ahead and
it?
roll
That was
psychic
fun.
damage.
Dude,
For
Sorry, you cut out for a second. What's flying?
an ogre.
Solid.
Yeah.
And then Danny made an amazing joke. Everybody was really happy about.
Bad puns are also flying.
Bad puns are also.
psychic damage all around.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
I guess we'll just have to see it for ourselves before we can make a good battle plan.
We need to have an idea where we're going. Like, or not the front door though, right?
I would like not to do that. Maybe we'll bump into someone on the way who knows a back door, maybe.
Yes, I think we should absolutely find someone that lives in the mountains. As rare as they are, I'm sure.
Hey, there's hermits everywhere. You just got to know where to look.
All right. So what do you guys do?
I follow Vrogs.
I'm gonna take Knock off to the side, away from the group for a minute. Knock, come here really quick.
What is it?
Our little escapade earlier with the lady of the tree.
Yes.
Let's keep that between you and me, if you don't mind.
I feel like that's going to be a little hard to hide, and I show him my hand that's returned.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see something here real quick.
Hey guys,
What up?
So just
I don't know if you noticed, but Nock has a hand now.
oh.
Wait,
I
what?
didn't think about that. I prayed the soul last night, and you woke up and it was there. It's the craziest thing.
Knock, are you gonna assist in any way?
Frogs, can I be honest with you?
Nock
Hang
just
on,
stays
wait a minute.
quiet. He doesn't. He just kind of like let's see what happens.
What
All right,
is
I
this
would-
off?
roll a
I
deception
would-
check.
I would believe that if he woke up
Well,
with
you see,
no hand.
I felt like this was gonna happen, so I'm gonna use my potent dice,
Okay.
and that was a deception check.
Yep.
That's gonna be a 19.
19 total.
Yes.
What
All
do
right.
I need to roll here?
Anybody that would like to challenge that, roll an insight check.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Let's go, dude. I'm gonna luck it too. All right, I rolled a natural 18
Yeah,
plus
mine was a
insight.
1.
Yeah.
My insight is +7, so 25.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Nope.
Nope. What?
See, you can tell he's definitely lying.
Can-
You can tell by his
Can wait,
shit
wait,
little eyes.
wait. Can I use guidance on my what was his roll though?
A 25.
What we doing?
You could do 23. with
Guidance is
guidance.
only
Lying on his hand.
+4. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they noticed that Knock had his other hand back.
Oh.
So I brought it up, and then Knock said that he prayed for healing. And
No, frogs did.
Rog said that. And he rolled a 19 for his deception, and Karen rolled 25 for his.
I didn't realize his insight was that good.
Yep.
It's like one of his
Use one of your
better
portals.
things.
Use one of your portals.
One of my besties.
He did.
I did. Well, I guess I should have rolled first, but
Well, you rolled, or you used a portent to make yours higher. You didn't use one to make his lower.
my other one's a 16, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
Let me.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Oh, I didn't roll beforehand. Am I allowed to? Because I just did.
I would have said yes before you knew what was in the
Oh crap!
Okay, that's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Go
I just rolled a natural 20, so I mean that kind of
Nice,
sucks.
sweet.
burn.
Sick burn.
Yeah, so you know, Taryn, you can tell by his shifty little eyes and shifty little face. He's lying.
He's, he's
Classic bra.
known me long enough.
I'm just
Through
gonna.
his teeth.
I'm gonna telepathically. I'm just telepathically gonna say, Frogs, you're lying to me.
And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say in my head. I'm sure you can hear it. That's for me to know and you not to find out.
Not to find out.
Knock.
No. How do you like that?
Knock.
Face?
How did you get the hand?
Out loud, I say none yet.
It's so sick. These frogs like, how do you dare to F you? I ain't telling you that.
It was
I walk away.
Adam. What was the dwarven?
The maiden of the mountain.
Yeah,
The maiden of the mouth.
it was the maiden of the mountain.
One of Soul's lackeys, you know.
Do I
an
make
underling.
any kind of correlation to the lady of the tree?
Okay, metagame.
Yeah, what's your intelligence?
Do I
Marisha?
make?
Or
Do I make?
Yeah, Marisha. Straight up. Dude. I heard it loud and clear.
No, what's your intelligence?
What's my intelligence?
Yeah.
Who? Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
22.
20. Your intelligence score is 22.
Yeah, remember I bought that book that let me exceed 20.
Oh. Yep. All right. Yes. You now know of 3 of the 5: the lady of the tree, the woman of the well, and the maiden of the mountain.
I'm just gonna look at frogs.
Walked away. As soon as you said her name, I walked away.
I will say because your intelligence is so high, you also notice that Becky is missing the flower.
You saw the lady of the tree.
I stop and just kind of slowly turn my head. Maybe.
Knock. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're lucky you even got to come back.
What do you mean?
Last time Brogs took a little buddy with them, they didn't come back. He traded them off.
Actually, Glimerick is doing quite well. He looks younger. He's
You
standing
still
up,
traded him.
Yeah. after
and
you
he's
sold him
adventuring.
into slavery.
I did not.
Okay.
He did his own deals with the Lady of the Tree.
Yeah, because you gave him to her.
I did not.
You literally did. And you got that stupid ass dragon that hasn't done shit for us this whole time.
You hear telepathically in both of your minds.
Oh, you want to fight dragons?
That dragon, it's got like 11.
Yeah.
My dragon's gonna bite him.
I'll tell my wyvern to eat his dragon.
Right, I can bring him back.
With that, you hear like that deep, like I can't make the sound of that. Almost like a velociraptor type growl come from Duncan.
What the heck do I freaking look for this book?
It's a familiar, right? It comes back. I know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, side note, roll an insight check for me, Taryn.
Snap his neck, dude. Fight each other.
As you're sitting here and you're thinking of dragons and all these different things.
Fight.
Taryn, did you hear me? Roll an insight check. Did he freeze? He totally
And
froze.
I'm just ignoring you.
He froze.
He's about to drop in about 3
He's
seconds.
got a smirk.
How's he look? Does he look stagey?
Does anybody else see that?
Yeah, I see it. I see
He's
it.
like,
Oh, there he's back.
Hey, sorry, my internet cut out.
no problem. Roll an insight check for me.
He's actually going to sting him.
An insight check.
Who's gonna stand?
My pseudo dragon's gonna sting Taryn.
He's gonna sting Taryn.
Yep.
Okay.
Can my wyvern get to him ahead of that?
Yeah,
I mean, I'll take it.
Roll your pseudo dragon. Roll initiative against Duncan's initiative.
19.
11.
Yeah, where you guys, as far as I know, you
Dude.
guys are all just in the middle of bros.
Is this Pokemon? This is awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
I rolled a 19.
Yeah. I challenge you to a battle.
you got, wait, what was it? You guys both got
19.
19s?
No, he got
I
an
got
11.
And 11. All right. So in comes the pseudo dragon to make an attack.
It's gonna be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I'm sure that hits.
Yep.
Taryn, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Takes 1d4 plus 2, so he takes 5 damage, and then he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's really high. Oh, I don't know if it's high enough. Hold on, 15. 17.
Yeah. That's an 11, so you're good.
I'm going after all of them.
You know what? I'm gonna have my dragon sting him.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
All right, go ahead and roll. I
That-
guess because
that might-
he has an AC.
That might kill. Are you hitting Vrogs or the dragon?
The dragon.
No, I'm hitting Brogs. You want to play it out like that, dude? Let's do it.
Let me get my character here. Go ahead.
Use 2 lucks, by the way. 23.
23.
I'm in the initiative pool.
Yeah.
FYI.
23, unless I am mistaken, will definitely hit Brogs. All right. So
All
roll-
right, Brogs, make a DC for me, dude. Con DC.
I'm trying to see if there's any spells I can use as a reaction.
I mean, shield's really the only one that's gonna do anything, and it's
Yeah,
Is
definitely.
blur a reaction?
What is it?
Blur?
no.
No.
There's very rare. That's
Yeah.
what it's
Like
very
shield, absorb
So
elements.
you will your pseudo dragon lunges over and stings Tyrion like in the shoulder, and then just this giant stinger comes down and slams into Roggs.
What's the roll I have to do?
A con.
Oh, that's my best one. 15.
Nope.
I was with a +8. I just rolled.
You use
Fuck.
four-
Yeah, I was gonna use my 16. So that's 20. 16 plus 8 is 24.
Oh yeah, that saves.
That'll do
Okay.
it. That's it.
Okay. All right, so it is
Shing.
32 poison damage, which you have,
16.
and then this is just piercing damage now. 8 plus 4, 12.
An additional 12, so 28 damage to Roggs and a single sting from Duncan. And then you immediately hear a voice.
And then actually,
a booming voice.
I'm gonna
with
hold on.
commentary.
He has a multi attack. I'm
Yeah.
gonna use his claws on the pseudo dragon.
Okay.
16 plus 7, 23. Again.
It's 13. He's dead.
Okay.
Oh, dead pseudo dragon.
But I
You hear
can
the commentary
I can
with
bring him
booming
back.
voice and
Yeah,
says,
yeah.
No! What
No,
has
Pikachu.
become of you, skeleton crew?
Can I ignore him and cast a spell?
You can
Who
try.
is this?
But with this, Ignamal slams his hammer, his Palor's gavel, into the dirt, and cinders shower over you, creating an anti-magic field.
I walk up and punch Duncan in the face.
What has become of you? Look at you. You squabble like children.
I need to talk to this one. This one's joined the
I'm
dark side.
talking to you, Roggs. I believed in you. Look at you. The bonds that you formed were admirable. Together, you set me free. Not because you cared for the greater world or me, a stranger, but because you cared for each other. I found you an inspiration. Now look at you. I am disappointed. Do what you will. And he walks away.
Who's that
Harsh.
guy?
I also.
Knock just kind of is like, who's that again?
And Eric walks away as well.
Oh, that was awkward.
Yeah.
Anybody in the mood for chips?
Yeah.
Go for some chips right now.
Frogs walks away from the group.
Wait. Low-key, where are we? I'm very confused.
Me too.
We're in a
In the
tavern.
Town
I-
square.
I thought we were walking towards the new towards the spires, the black spires.
The Star Spire?
Or yeah.
Yeah, you guys are like in the middle of Bros. And as you
We're
notice
just
now,
talking
like
about where we're
a
going.
crowd is
Sorry,
like
sorry.
gathered around, like people are like stationary and watching. And as a few of you begin to scatter, the crowd kind of begins to mill about again.
I'm gonna walk over to Carmack and Alton.
What's up, boy? That was a bit strange.
Dude, I freaking hate frogs.
Yeah, we all know, but that was still still a bit awkward.
He started it. Just sending his dragon after me because he got caught lying. He's a little twat.
I mean, yeah, not wrong.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Nah.
Yep.
What did you have to give to get your hand?
His body.
Sorry, did Eric just walk away or go towards Ignum? Go with Ignum.
Just walk away.
What do you mean, give?
We've all seen the lady. All gifts require some sort of sacrifice.
My gift makes me kill people. It's great.
I don't think I had really anything. I didn't have to give anything yet.
Yet.
Just yet mean.
It's just I have to. It's just it's hard to explain. What do you know of Dwarven culture?
Pretty much everything. We're experts. We found an ancient dwarven city and rose it from the grave.
I mean, he's not wrong.
All right. So in order to get back my, you may have heard Eric talk about it. Maybe I don't know, but I have to do a certain amount of tasks to get back my honor.
Yeah, the popsicle.
Popsicle.
Isn't that what he called it?
No.
Crucible.
Crucible.
Crucible. Yeah.
Crucible. It's the,
Well,
I got you, Justin.
Well, one of the things is I have to craft an item, and I normally would give it to the gods, but I'm going to offer it to her instead. I have to craft something worthy, and then also I will not join my family in the Dwarven kingdoms. I will join the lady, the maiden of the
In the
mountain.
kingdoms, what do you mean?
You gave all that up for your hand?
Oh, so much more. But I have a purpose that I'm a drive, something I truly want to work towards for the first time in a long time. Probably since I was just a lad, to be honest.
In the spirit of full transparency, my family's mind flares in an elder brain. We have Carmack, who apparently can absorb dragons, and also we have dragons chasing us. Frogs is a general liability. Eric is a king and kind of pops in and out as he pleases.
I'm basically the only normal one.
Except his dad experiments on people,
I mean, there's
and
that.
then they randomly appear in our lives and try to murder us.
It's
So-
right. It's not. Yeah.
So I feel like we should maybe know what you're getting out of this and if there's any kind of threat.
Oh, it's no threat. It has really little to do with the skeleton crew. But I will see my family again. That's important.
Okay, so question.
Sure.
When you
for it.
die, do you see your family?
No,
Is that true?
no, I will see them again in this life. I won't see them again when I die.
No. I'm saying if you hadn't made this deal, would you see them in the afterlife if you were going to the dwarven heaven?
So
If they were there.
But yeah, that's a big aspect. You know,
Yeah.
both of your children had made some
That's the reason I honestly made the choice because it was like I
You
get to
didn't know
see
if they
him
were going to
again.
make it there.
Your
Yeah.
kids are in
And
Portland?
now I think they will. So that's kind of the bigger deal. That's what Nock thinks. I don't know if that's true, but
Yeah. So meta speaking, they were probably headed to dwarf hell.
yeah.
But now, as you remember back, it's almost like time is being rewritten in your memory. None of those things ever happened. Your son did make a mistake and was banished from the kingdom, but you took that banishment, and so instead he just left. He was not banished. Neither of them were banished. They lived a happy and managed life up until this point. Each of them has a family. They live on a coastal town. They're respectable. By all standards, you believe that
Are you going to share that with us now?
better fate awaits.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's essentially what I was telling you. So yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm giving my old stubborn life for theirs. It's gonna
It
be
is unfortunate, but noble.
it's
I approve.
I think Frog deserves an apology.
Broggs does think that.
but for what Vrogs did, I have not a clue. I tried to tell him don't make a deal with that she devil, and next thing I know, I was alone.
Making a deal with that sheep.
Making my own deal.
She's very crafty.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm glad you made it back.
Adam,
Yes.
after that whole debacle, Vrogs is going to take that deal.
Okay.
Because at this point, he just wants his friends to believe that he didn't screw over Grimlick.
Okay. And so as you sit there and you think to yourself, like, I will take that deal. You bump into someone. And as you kind of look up, you see that it is a very similar in appearance as to what you saw in the vision through the teacup. But you see Grimlick standing before you in all the same manner, except he has a cloak hooded up that he pulls back that makes a rustling sound as he does so that appears to be made completely of green leaves.
I immediately hug him.
Yeah, and he
I won't
hugs you
say
back.
anything.
He hugs you back.
I gotta ask you one thing.
Yeah.
Do you feel that I betrayed you and sold you in any way?
Yeah.
Yes! Perfect, dude.
Well,
But to be fair, it clearly has worked out in my favor.
that was my whole intention. I didn't wish you any
Well,
ill
I think
will.
it was maybe like a 50-50 because you did get the dragon.
Well, you gotta give to get. I didn't want to give you away, and I made sure she was going to take care of you.
Yeah, I'm a goblin too, man. I understand.
That's hilarious.
But I was sent to give you a message.
Okay.
She says, don't forget the strength of your friends. You can't do it alone.
I know, but Terran's just so hard to deal with.
Yeah.
He bashes me every time he gets a chance. I don't know what to do anymore.
Well, you know, if I can say this to be, you know, in a good way, I just want to tell you that one time you sold a friend for a dragon. So maybe
Well, when you say it like that, it sounds real bad.
well, it all worked out in the end. So maybe you use this guy for as long as you need him. Play nice. Maybe he'll die along the way.
Not a chance.
I like the way you think.
That's what I'm here for. And to help you fight Big Belly.
Are you able to come back with me to the group?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we go reconvene.
Okay. And sure enough, you see another goblin who looks basically like Grimlick, except way healthier. If you remember, Grimlock was like on death's door. He looks more vibrant, healthy, in all the same ways that we described earlier.
And I just go.
Yes.
You guys recognize this guy?
Uh,
That looks like a goblin.
Nope, I sure don't.
I hate all of you.
He looks pretty different, right?
yeah.
Well, Knock
Well,
has
yeah,
Knock,
I mean,
Yeah, make
Knock
a nature
has
check for me, Karen.
he stands upright. He's like
Yeah.
What's that?
younger.
Knock has zero idea who this is. So.
Yeah.
Not
Make
you're
a
gonna
what?
know.
Oh, that's actually
Nature.
what kind of check is this?
Nature.
Nature.
Oh, dang it. I really wanted this to be low. It's not. 23.
23. It's Grimlock. Yeah, it's absolutely Grimlock. But he's changed for sure.
Grimlick, my dude.
Hey,
You're looking good.
hey.
Told you
You told me what?
that he was in good health and looking well, and you guys didn't believe me.
We never said that.
Yeah.
We said you traded a friend for a dragon without consulting anyone or Grimlick.
No, I did ask Grimlick before I did it. Remember? I had a conversation with him
Well,
about it
maybe,
before I did it.
well, maybe the best way to do it is just to ask Grimlick what he thinks.
Because
Grimlick,
I asked him, I was like, does that sound good to you? And he said, yeah.
no. He said, I don't know.
I had a conversation and asked him before I made the deal. 'Cause I didn't want to give.
Grimlick,
I wanted him to
did
have
you
an
feel-
opportunity.
Grimlick, did you feel like you got cheaply sold in exchange for a dragon?
Yeah.
I was talking to Adam, not the group. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Meta.
What was the question?
Don't answer.
Okay.
Do you feel like you were sold in
I walk
exchange
away
for a
from the group
dragon?
again.
Huh?
Yep.
Okay. Did you know that it was going to work out? Or was it a
No.
gamble?
I didn't know. Maybe Rogs did, but
No, he for sure did not.
yeah.
Were you nervous and or scared?
When he left and I couldn't, yeah. For a little bit.
Okay.
And then there was this weird cocoon thing with vines, but in the end, I mean, I can do this, and he transforms into a giant eagle
Oh,
Servitude ain't that bad.
and back into his goblin form.
Knock-
So,
knock-
you know,
I just
pretty
love how this whole situation just blew up in my face.
Knock whispers. Knock whispers to Vrogs. Knock whispers to Vrogs. You were gonna sell me to that lady, were you? When you.
No. No.
Wait,
no.
I'm starting to get a pretty bad vibe from you from all this.
were
I
you
mean-
trying to sell Knock?
I wouldn't have done that, but you did try to kill me when we first met, though. To be fair,
Hey, how do we know you wouldn't do that? You did it to him. You did it
you
to Grimlick.
just can't know. You gotta trust me.
Why
We
would
haven't
we
doesn't
trust
seem like
you?
you
Your
want to do
track
that right
record
now.
sucks. Your track record
To be
sucks.
fair,
I
every
run over to the fountain in the square, and
Yeah.
I cry immediately, profusely, like a little girl.
I'm just gonna walk up to Grimlick.
Everyone's picking on me.
Grimlick, you look great, man.
Thanks. I feel good.
So what do you got going on now? You got spells and stuff now?
Yeah. Got some
Nice.
spells. I think technically I'm immortal unless I'm killed. I don't.
Oh,
I don't really understand that.
no. Okay.
That's funny.
No, that tracks.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Man, you got any other cool tricks?
Yeah. And he goes on to
Anything
show
that
you
doesn't
something.
blow anything out. Don't blow anything up.
He-
We just
he
had a
starts
big
to summon
crazy
something,
thing.
he's like, right, yeah, that's right. I've been away from the city for a while. I'll do something tamer. And yeah, so he does a few little druidic tricks.
Here's
Vrog,
the real question, Grimlick.
Yeah,
can you still cook as good as you used to?
absolutely.
And we gotta get some grub.
How many decades has passed since we last met?
Oh, like 40.
Yeah, that checks out. It's been a while, and the
No,
Feywild is a little
it's
bizarre.
it's been a week since you've left, or
Mm,
a month.
okay, yeah, time's definitely different in the Feywild. It's been several decades for sure.
Oh shoot!
So
Do you
I,
reverse an age or something, or is this just like the magic of the Feywild?
no, she set me at this age, and I will not age ever again.
Oh,
Did you get to pick the age?
No, I think it's
What
just
age?
prime.
What age are? Oh, prime. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I'm like
okay.
probably like 7 or 8 in physical body. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Roggs, as you find yourself over at this fountain, and you're just kind of weeping into this fountain. You hear Ignamal once again. I'm sorry, I shouted.
It's not you. It's Taryn.
You got to do it while you're crying, Josh.
I don't know. It's not you, it's Taryn. He's so mean to me.
For what it's worth, I think that one carries heavy burdens, as do you all. But
She's, no, I just don't. Ever since we went into the Underdark, she's changed.
yeah,
I don't know what happened.
listen, I can't say exactly what it is, but something tells me that you are all meant to be together. I've seen what you can do united. I think I feel like your greatest enemy is dissension. That you have to fight them.
I'm gonna look over at Alton real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, Alton.
Yeah.
I think we should kill frogs.
But-
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Why are you like this?
Just
listen,
say
I've
it,
got my beef
Taryn.
with him too, but why are you like this?
So are we gonna kill this big belly? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah, me too.
And is he just a big giant goblin? Is that what it is? Am I
No, he's just a
understanding?
big belly.
No,
Oh.
he's just a
great big
giant belly
belly.
with arms and legs. No
Alright.
head, no neck.
I just feel like we haven't killed a lot of things that make a lot of sense, and this sounds like it makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Just
You ain't wrong.
How far away am I from the group where this fountain's at?
I'd say probably about 60 feet or so.
Okay, so I probably didn't hear that.
This creature is often referred to as a BBEG, which is a big belly evil guy. And so that's just kind of where we're going.
All right. Vrogs, are you ready to leave so we can kill this big belly?
I guess. Keep him away from me.
Yeah, and Ignam stands up and he kind of pats you on the back and goes, "Let's go, bro."
Thank you.
Where did Eric go?
You don't know. Eric's mad.
But you look around and he's huge, and you can see him like storming or wherever it is you are. You're like a head and shoulders over everybody. As you skim the crowd, though, and you're looking for Eric, Taryn, you are skimming through the crowd and you don't see Eric, but you do lock eyes with a tall woman,
Sexy.
Elvin, very attractive, wearing that silken sheer green gown that is, well, I suppose now since it's cooler weather, it's still, you guys are in a pretty temperate climate, so it's just a little bit more like autumn colored.
but you see the
All of it.
Priestess.
yeah, you see Alessandro,
Mhm.
Faintwing, the archdruid, priestess of the Evergrove, and she is maybe a football field or more away from you. You have a lot of crowd between you moving, and she is staring directly at you. And you can just read on her face concern and worry.
I hang my head because I immediately know what's about to happen. And I just start walking towards her. And I tell the guys, I'll be back. I'll be at the Evergrove. Don't go without me. And I just start walking towards her.
Okay.
Duncan.
And Vrog says, I think we should go without him.
So she turns and walks back towards the Evergrove herself, and that's where you meet up with her. You see that she is tending to some of the wounded, and it seems like she's just indifferent to your presence at first.
You sought for me?
What is that? What is it?
You sought for me?
What?
Stop for me.
Oh. No, child. I was sent for you.
Yeah. We're probably not on the best of terms right now.
You've drifted far. But seasons change. The spring follows the winter. Life can follow death.
It was unintentional. And,
No, it was not.
I kind of felt like I've been lied to.
Is that how you saw it?
I'm not necessarily saying by Melora. I'm just saying there was a lot of truths or what felt like truths coming at me at once.
Yes.
It was hazy, it, hard to describe.
Sure. Nature is impassive. It is unbiased. It takes and gives. But we make the choices that we make. You are not guiltless. You've chosen what you've chosen.
Yeah.
But you can change.
I am. Sorry, go ahead.
You can change, as can we all. No one is perfect. Melora gives us the gift of choice.
I'm mostly embarrassed,
I know.
if I'm being honest.
And I appreciate that you are being honest.
I haven't even communed with her in 3 weeks, maybe.
You've built up walls to prevent it. Little by little, you chose the very thing that she stands against. Phasrus magic. Unnatural magic. Courses through your body. Would you surrender it?
Yeah.
You allowed magic of darkness to pour into you, but you stand before a great light. Would you bathe in its warmth and let it burn away all of the unnatural within you.
Stay
on
the dark side.
She is still there, like a seed ready to burst forth. Potential is there, but you must water it, or it will die.
Have cookies, Justin.
You don't have to choose now, but just know, the more you feed the darkness, the weaker the light becomes. Until it fades away forever.
You all right? Sorry about that.
I need to save my mother.
Do you think you can do that better alone?
I don't feel alone.
You are wrapped in the arms of darkness at this moment. Is that the strength that you would choose?
Do it.
I offer you no twisting words, no confusion, no double speak. Simply this. Choose Melora, choose the light, choose life, or choose the darkness that you've embraced and that embraces you.
Can I show you something?
You may.
And I know earlier in the campaign we did this. I was able to basically play a movie to her because she was such a high level of my thoughts. Can I just maybe reveal everything that was shown to me by Torval?
Yeah.
And the flashes that he was able to show me and stuff?
Yeah. This is his perspective. You understand that, right? He believes every word of it. That doesn't make it true.
Do you know what is true of this story?
What do you question? Are the mind flayers an intelligent creature? Yes. Are they powerful and do they seek freedom? Yes. Are they dangerous? Yes. Should they be destroyed or should they be allowed to live? That is not the way of Melora. All things should be considered allowable if they are natural. The image of the fox and the rabbit that he shows you, that he keeps fresh in his mind, is absolutely true. But is it not also within the right of the farmer to kill the fox? This is the way of the world. Denier has his machinations. Drin has his own. Who am I to say who is right and who is wrong? I am in charge of me, and you are in charge of you. You don't have to save the world. But you do have to make your own choices and live with the consequence.
I want to be back in her graces.
Then give the darkness to the sun. And she gestures towards the sun seed that's bathing the Evergrove in light.
Do I need to bring Duncan with me?
Yes, he's also been touched by darkness. Have you not seen how it affects his mind? And with that, you consider the fact that when you faced Sharvek, Duncan was terrified. And when you faced Alahazar, he didn't give it a second thought.
He's emboldened.
No. He is dulled. On a certain level, he is your slave. Ironic, isn't it?
I'm gonna look back at him.
And he looks back to you in the same way that he what feels like he always has.
Come on.
And he follows immediately.
I'll hop on his back. We'll walk in towards the room with the seed.
You hear another voice in your mind. Do not do this, brother.
Oh yeah.
Do not leave me. Not again.
I'm not leaving you. I want the freedom to make my choices, whether it's to help you or not.
So be it.
I have 6 months.
You have 5 remaining. I will leave one way or another. But only you can save her. And he shows you the image, not of the Elder Brain, but of the Titaness. I would kill her if not for you. Know it.
I'll have my answer before you leave.
And you feel his presence fade from you. What do you do?
I go into the room.
I destroy the seed.
You feel a drawing from yourself towards the tree. It feels like everything else kind of fades away within the room. Just you and Duncan and the light of this small sun.
Do we need to touch it?
You get even closer.
Yeah, I'll go as close as I can.
So you can feel this pulling, and you're about 3 feet away from it. You can feel that if you were to let go, that power that you had taken in would be drawn out if you let go.
I will put my head down on Duncan's
Okay.
and just, I'm sorry, buddy. And then I'll let it go.
Okay.
Oh,
And the darkness begins to drift from you, that phasers magic that imbued you, that encompassed the pact that you had made with Drin, draws from you. The light within the Evergrove dims ever so faintly before plunging into complete darkness. And you come to, a few moments later, Duncan, also apparently unconscious, at the floor, the base of the Evergrove itself, with only Olisandral in front of you. She's holding your head. Again, she's enormous. In the way that she holds you, you feel like a child in her arms. And the look that she gives you is that of a loving kindness. You've made a difficult choice. Let the darkness in your heart go as well. Your family needs you. Not the ones that you were born to, but the ones you've chosen. Hatred has permeated the corners. A rot has infiltrated your root. And you must weed it out. Find the good in all things. Yes, there will be bad, perhaps even evil, but also good. Find that and grow it. Do you understand?
I do.
There is a great weight that rests upon your shoulders and that of your friends. More than should be expected of you, I think. And alone you will fail. And darkness will grow. Go to them. They need you.
Is Duncan okay?
Yeah, and you can see him kind of stirring awake as well. And before you didn't notice, but now you seem like there is a little bit more nuance to his movement, to his facial features, in the way that like you kind of have to grow accustomed to recognize because he's a wyvern, but you can see a little bit more movement, a little bit more alertness in his face. Something you didn't notice had gone.
Is he the same size?
Yeah. Your tattoos are gone. Your extra
I'm
level
guessing.
is gone.
Both
Any
of them?
warlock abilities that you had are gone. And all
Okay.
of the other levels that you had that were gone are returned.
Okay, so I had gained. So here's what happened, real quick.
Yep.
I lost a level of cleric,
Yep.
and it was replaced with warlock.
Yes.
And then I gained another warlock after that. So am I 2 cleric now, or just the 1 cleric?
One cleric.
Okay. So
You
just
are down your bonus level. And
Okay.
you are
back to the
you've
cleric.
swapped the cleric for warlock.
Okay.
And with that, we will say that you make your way out of the tree, regroup with your team, and you all begin to head eastward towards the Omlandran Mountains. That is where we will end tonight's session, and we will pick up next week with Big Belly. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you later.